so clear, I've always been falling through a life that's upside down. Somehow you turn me around. So stay another night. 'Cause all we have is time. Keep you close and savor the moment. You raise my hopes and don't even know it. In a life that's upside down, somehow you turn me around. So stay another night. 'Cause all we have is time.
Okay, now everything's working. At least I hope it is working. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. We got more duels tonight. Hopefully Cragger and the boys are on. Bro, I woke up so late today, it's not even funny. So I am going to be all over the place. Hopefully we'll get some games in here. Hopefully that'll be enough to rouse me, wake me from my slumber. I know I'm awake, but like mentally I'm not here, bro. I'm just not here. I'm checked out for the time being. So let's try to see if we can get some groups together, boys. I also got a bunch of friends hitting me up, people coming back to the game, so it's been really, really cool as well. Did a bunch of raids. We killed the dragons this week. That was kind of sick. I don't know if the dragons have any good gear, but hopefully I'll get like... I did kill chimeras this week, so hopefully I'll get the chimera trinket. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Let me hop on EU and let's get some groups up and running here, boys. Or at least let's see if we can get some up and running. Did I say, was it last week or this week that I decided that we were going to do more games beyond like what we're normally doing? Or did we do it already? But zero gear, crate farming. If you wanna, you're more than welcome to at any time. Yeah, if you want to like farm crates for like an hour to see what kind of gear you get and then pop in, see if you could, you know, play, that will work too. Let me go and start putting the groups together. I might need to go get more water because actually, let's do this. Let me get the music. Let me get the lights, camera, action. all of that going real fast, real quick. Dude, there's got to be like a macro I can plug in just to open up Molten Core and title it, right? Imagine if there is. Here we go. Competitive. And we do one of these to string the UI. Now we're good. At least I think we are. Let me also get the music. Kind of loud or the bad, ain't it? Just a tad. Just a bit. Radimus, get in here, bud. Get in here, buddy. Alrighty, Johnny or anybody that's regular, you're more than welcome to. Group is listed. I don't know if Krager is on tonight. I'm assuming maybe, strong maybe, but like we'll see. We will see for certain. I don't know if the time zones have adjusted or whatnot. I have no idea if that's happened yet. But yeah, we'll find out today, I guess. We'll find out today. Let me do this. The group is listed. If you guys want to join us, I do have it in the chat how to join in. Otherwise, yeah. Let me go get water, because I know I'm going to need more water. And if you want to invite your homies or just join in through LFG, man, now would be the best time to do it. And I'm going to start asking around through being in a second. Let me get water since we were, just getting started. Hold on, let's see Johnny and I should be good. What's up, Dow Soup? Dude, why does he keep hitting me with the Dow Soup? Jake, what is happening? Alrighty, let's see who else can I pester. Hey friend, go tonight? Try to see if we can get some bodies in here. Hey Amori. Hey Amori. Hey Amori, wanna join those friends? I guess I should also look to see if Krager is on. Krager is not on. Okay, hold on a second. We'll just have to make some groups without Krager tonight. Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. Does Arbus join these? Can I join? Anybody and everybody's welcome. Yeah. Anybody and everybody is welcome, boys. Also, what the hell? Is that how pinned messages work? They're at the bottom now, not at the top? Okay, apparently. Had no idea. Yeah, everybody and everybody's welcome, man. We'll need a bunch of bodies. I need somebody to be a lead for a group. So if you are interested in it, you're more than welcome to. Hey, Arbus, wanna join 5V5 Duels, friend? I don't remember if Arbus is somebody who joins Duels or not. Azure. No, Azure Rax is different than Azure. Oh, dude, who are these people? Asbjorn? Azure Rax? Backslat? What in the world? Bannon, I remember him. I think he joined before. Broton, I know him. Bug Rika, I haven't seen that name in a second. Sorry, watch AWC with TY. Is AWC happening right now? Oh no, did we time this incorrectly, boys? Are we hosting duels as AWC is happening? Oh no. It's okay. We'll figure something out, right? We'll figure something out. Don't you worry, boys. Don't you worry. Okay, who else can I invite, man? Akos? Hey, friend. Okay, cool. I got myself the a thing so I could ask people a little bit more quickly. Amori already pestered Anthony. I don't remember if this guy joins us anymore. He used to. Bunch. And Crimson. Message Arbus already. Asbjorn. I don't remember if this guy. It doesn't look like he has him in a max level. This guy's in Dream Rift. I'm guessing the raid, right? Is that what Dream Rift is? Jurex is literally not me. Okay, yeah. No, it's good that you cleared out. I like to think that I am good with names, but I am bad with names. I am terrible with names. So you just letting me know ahead of time, like, okay, Okay, hopefully I'll be able to pop that into my memory bank, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can get all like the regulars in, right? Let me go through and like ask all the regular homies, man. See if anybody of the regular boys in a tour. I think he joined us before. I don't remember. I'm asking a tour. I might as well, right? Keiske, Marcy, yo, Marcy, Mechanome. Yo, I've been actually seeing more Mechanomes. Apparently, Mechanome as a racial isn't bad. Like really not bad. Now, Alex in here too. Hold on a second, dude. Where's Johnny too? Hold on, we don't have a Johnny or Kragar. Uh-oh, is this gonna be one of those slower duels? Oh wait, hold on a second. This might take us a while to put a group together, man. I'll try my very best, but this might take a second. Tricky Owl, Void Spire, Zakati, Zeta. Okay, we'll try to see if we can put one group together, and we'll see where we go from there. How does that sound? We'll just try one and then another. Pin is top for us. Oh, it's weird. For me, it's a little different. Let me show you. Yeah, when I do the pin, it's at the bottom for me. Maybe it's like maybe it's just an alert for me, just so I can see exactly what I pinned. Normally it's at the top. Yeah, but also like look, like in Dal Soup, Dal Sup. It just keeps translating it either way. Yeah. So we'll try to see if I can rogue look. Hey Dal. Hey. Sure. One. An Inva. Who is Rogue Look? I didn't even see that name on my BNet. Yeah, Rogue Look. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, he's an A. Wait. You're an A. 2 days Duels EU. Hey, friend. Okay, Rick said he'd be down. He's just messing around with his add-on stuff with his UI. Apparently, it's causing him some FPS issues, so he's trying to figure it out. But once he gets it solved, he'll be down to join. That's good. That's good. Bold Mommy. What a good name. Or a bad name? I can't even tell, honestly. Storm? I don't remember if this guy joins us. I'm gonna reach out either way. Cylon Tarzad? I feel like I asked this guy last week too, but I don't think he ever got back to me. I don't think he's ever gotten back to me last time. There's a message. ACOS. I might as well. My character's name is Galeen. What server? Because I might be able to invite you directly. Otherwise, another way to get into the groups is just by joining, what's it? What's the word? It's Mizarov? Oh wait, from NA? Is Mizarov NA? Roguelook? Oh, I guess it is Mizarov. Okay, I'm really bad with names apparently. But then again, I knew that already. Name-wise, another way to join the groups is just to find us in LFG. We're usually listed on the Molten Core. So if you type in like, if you just look up like browse groups and look for LFG, you should be good. Sorry, RBG. Okay. Wait, so Toxie cannot play. Rick is writing add-ons. Johnny ain't on. Krager ain't on. Hold on a second. Is this gonna be one of those days? Uh-oh. Is this gonna be... Okay, let's not jinx it too early. But this may be one of those streams on EU, man. Deathwing? EU? Because I could try, maybe, invite Gala Line Deathwing. I'm assuming I don't need to, like, do any special characters, right? Could not fire player Gala Line or Deathwing. Yeah, it might be easier for you just to find the group in LFG, man. Much easier, killer. Because then you'll be able to join, sign up, and I can just take you directly. That might be quicker. Honestly. Because I typed in Deathwing, I'm assuming there's no spaces. I'm assuming when you invite people on like some of those runs, you just don't add space in there, just capitalize things. Lowercase, uppercase. That should work. Sometimes. Alright, who else can I invite, man? Trying to see if I can gather homies together. I don't know if Anthony wants to join. I don't remember if this guy joined us in a long while. I'm gonna reach out either way. I might hit him up either way. And if this guy's out of Dream Rift, I might hit him up too. He plays Evoker, so I don't know how good that's gonna be in duels, but I might as well, right? At this point. And then whenever Rest in Hell comes out, I might be able to get him there as well, maybe. I think we might just have to wait until like a couple more regulars hop on. Unless Jellies wants to join. Kit. Don't remember if he joins duels ever. I'm gonna reach out either way. Marcy? Wait, there's a different Marcy. Hold on, there's a Marcy over on the EU and a Marcy over on the NA. Because I have this other Marcy here. I was like, I knew that I had a Marcy. There's also somebody else that was in the middle here. It was Nemi, I think. Sorry, Thunderlord. I could try. Invite Gala Line Thunderlord. Cannot invite player from that round. Okay, so it did find you, but it won't let me invite you for some reason. Around plus some other time. Sounds good, friend. Sounds good. I think maybe Film and Balbus to join in. Farrell is actually kind of good right now. NTG, he's just doing that. Pixie, is that somebody that joins duels? Maybe. Is Razors joining you on the curtain? Daddy, what the world? What the world? I'm running by him. I almost running by Rest in Hell as well. See if he'd be down. That's weird. Yeah. Find us an LG, man. Just look up Molten Core. Literally just look up Molten Core and that's the easiest way to join in. Who else can I invite, man? A slow start. But I am a man of patience. And hope. I wonder if I can... Is Krager on my beat? Not Beanut. Krager... Is he on? It says Krager is on. Is he on EU or something? This is on Discord. Let me ask him actually. Привет, друг. Really? Seeing if he's down for some duels today. Rest in Hell, what's up, friend? Doing some right now? Okay. Matters to steal the silver sword from in the astral plane in Act 1. Oh, okay. The level 4 actions per turn is absolute chunk of things. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that sword is decent. Very, very decent. Wait, no, it's a legendary. Let's see what is it? Horosho. Okay, Krager is not around tonight at all. So this is going to be just us. So this is going to be interesting. Let's just try to see if we can put groups together. Maybe Johnny will hop on. But it's going to be just us, boys. Just you and I and all the time in the world. Getting KSM? Sounds good, man. He has a legendary 1/6 additional damage per swing. Oh my god, that's so good. The fact that you have to... I knew it was like a legitimate way of getting the weapon, but you have to do like the, what is it? Command disarm cheese for it. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's awesome that you can do it. And the fact is, if you do get the sword early, they actually recognize it in like the RP later when you get to Act 3. But yeah, I kind of wish there was like another way of like legitimately getting it. Kind of like the fire sword that you get on the Nautilus. Like on the, as you're like soaring through the hells at the very, very, very like, you know, tutorial level essentially. I did honey pause for it. Yeah. Oh wait, you can honey. Is honey pause better than command drop? Is honey pause better? Is it because you can get advantage of like if you're stealthing? I forgot about honey pause. I actually forgot about it. That's so good. Or is it guaranteed with honey pause? I do remember people kind of save scumming to get the command drop, but if you're in honor mode, you can't really save scum. Is honey pause better? Had a 78% before Gale rolling for a better chance. Really? Wait, I imagine if you're like prowling and you're stealthing and then you get like a honey pause with an advantage, double the roll. Hopefully you get it. That, or you need to basically queue up a honey pause and at the same time queue the, what's it called? You gotta queue honey pause and command drop at the same time. Because it's like, at least you're getting like a bunch of rolls at it, right? A bunch of those at the same time. Snag it, run away, get that reset. But yeah, 1d6 additional damage, that's a lot. Could disarming shot? Oh, is there a disarming shot? What, is that the fighter? Is it because I'm from American server? Oh, Killer, are you NA? Yeah. NA would not be able to play with EU. NA is tomorrow. So if you want to join, tomorrow. We should be able to get some games in there tomorrow then. Alrighty, so at least we got Jada. We're still... It's gonna take us a while to put this together, dude. This group. Fighter, yeah. I forgot about the, what is it, what's the archer? Is it magic archer or something? I forgot about the fighter range subclass completely. Typing is not showing up. Yeah, if you're an A, you wouldn't be able to join the EU groups at all. Jaina or Radimus, are you any of you part of Kragar's Discord? I guess I want to ask around there, like if anybody wants to join by chance, because I'm assuming he has like a community that would join, maybe some. That would be the best, honestly. I don't know if Ben wants to join some. I'm gonna reach out anyway. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can say send out a couple more of these Concrum. I'm gonna send out a couple more DMs here and there, dude. Try to see if we can fill something up together. I don't know if we'll be able to, but I'm gonna give it the best shot I got. You know what I mean? The best shot I got. I don't remember if I want Pride joins these at all, but he's a Silver Moon, so maybe he is free. I'm gonna try my very best, dude. I'm gonna send out a proxy if we'll be down for it. Nalo to hit up, Pixie, I might as well. Then I'll call Danas. I don't know if he'll be down or not. Rolls 20 horror near. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work out. I'm gonna see if I can get whoever and wherever I can, man, at this point. Anybody and everybody that I can. If I see him just hanging out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna hit him up. See if they'll be down for it. Try to see if we can scrape something together. I need my boy Johnny, dude. That's all I need to hear, man. I think two of the subclasses is good. I'm coming to River's Lip. You're good, Johnny. You're good. You're good. It's taking me a second, man. It's taking me a second. We got no Kragar. I'm out here destroying. Would love to, but I play Resto. Okay. Fair. Do you play Boomy? Do you play, what do you, I don't know if you pick these like what, Shaman, Ellie, Enhanced, Boomy, Feral. Those would work. I think the two subclasses for the summoning Honey Pod safer though, because you can get, just dismiss the summon after to be saved. It is safer. The problem, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't he bail as soon as he gets into combat? Because he pretty sure jumps on a dragon and flies away. He never gets in combat. Pretty sure that guy runs away immediately. He doesn't even get into like an action. He doesn't even get a turn. So you kind of just gotta chance the disarm and then land it. And then you gotta have it, because you immediately drop the weapon, jump on a dragon, runs away. He doesn't go to pick up his weapon from what I understand. Because he doesn't actually get a turn. He just immediately bails. So you gotta like, yeah, he runs out fast. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah, he is. But like, it's not about the dismiss. I mean, I guess the dismiss would be safe. But it's not about the dismiss, it's just about getting the good chance to land it, like a guaranteed land it. So imagine you would probably want to have the bear in stealth, queue up the disarm, and then use another disarm from a distance. So yeah, Leo, get in here, my guy. Okay, this group needs 2, and we still need a 5-man on the other side. I'm already going through quite a bit of my Bina, trying to see who I can get in here, but it's going kind of slow. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll try the very best we got. Does Dimas join these for duels? I don't even remember anymore, dude. I don't even remember. Did I message Marcy? Wait, did I message Marcy? I didn't. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get Marcy. He's around right now. He's not doing much. So maybe I can yoink him in here real quick, like. Zakari, he's probably queuing some stuff, probably queuing solos, but maybe I can get him in here and there. I think the bear is still the best. Use Gale Invis on him, and he walks on a honey pod. Roll for a guaranteed if you need a boom. I don't know if it'll be a... Well, okay. Gale Invis. Maybe you just... No. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. You Gale Divination Wizard. You wait until you either have a 1, so he does, so you can 1 roll his saving roll. The Githyanki guy. Boss. You 1 roll guaranteed that he fails his saving roll, or nat 20 to guarantee that the bear gets a swipe. One of those two. That is the only way to do it. That is the only way to do it. Wait, you get Zakarian? Hold on a second. Perfect girl. I see him literally there. What in the world? Hold on a second. Is he joining? How do you have Zakari added? What the hell? Yeah, I forgot about the Invis, but yeah, Divination Wizard probably solves it, isn't it? Because you just get a guarantee, either 20 or a nat 1. A guaranteed roll 20 or guarantee, or like 19. Anything that would just guarantee you a swipe. Yeah, perfect roll. He asked for an invite. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of inviting him, but I didn't know if it was like Q and stuff. Yeah, this is gonna take me a second to get a group together. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I have a message Broton. I don't think I have. So I can harass you now. I mean, unless I have already. Hold on, just double checking. I don't want to like whisper the same person like over and over and over and over. I'll try to see if I can get Broton in here. No, he's immediately got into the dungeon. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see if maybe Daniel wants to join in. Dimish. How's Dimish? No, I didn't get Dimish. I'll hit him up. Okay, so with this we need 1 more, and we'll be good to go. I can do this. I can pass you lead, Leah. And I can try to see if I can get a second group going. Right? And yeah, I'm just gonna get Molten Core, 5V5 1v1 Duels, competitive. We're done. Is it EU servers? Yes, it is. Oh man. Okay, so maybe I can get Rick. It looks like Dimish potentially may want to join, so at least that's 2 for this other group. Divination is huge. Divination is a cheat code. Literally cheating, man. Literally cheating. Although my Divination Wizard run, unfortunately, it went like just absolutely nowhere. Unfortunately. Had a fantastic run, and then it just... No, it wasn't a Divination Wizard. It was, I think a Divination Wizard was a new run that I started. But my initially had... Not Divination. Someone else. Okay, so maybe we'll get Dimission. Maybe. Strong maybe. Alright, who else could I bug, man? I think Crazy Cat, Broton, and maybe Rika. Bug Rika. His name is kind of perfect. A message Inator? No, I don't think I have. He's just hanging out in his own interior, so I'm gonna see if he'll be down. Potentially do a couple of these. Maybe, possibly. Haste is huge too, especially on my Zell or my Tav. I hit 4 times per turn with double hand bow. Oh wait, yeah, that actually would be huge. Yeah, I feel like for that you definitely do gotta make sure you get the concentration roll advantage though. Definitely have to get that going. So you gotta start out with like, I guess as a fighter. No, would Lae'zel be able to put it on herself, or I guess you would have somebody else maintain it then, right? I think I would need to start with a Sork then, or a warrior, and then you go into a caster after, just to make sure you get that constitution saving throws, and then you don't have to go for battlecaster. Wait, does battlecaster and constitution saving throw warrior like the advantage on that? Does that, or proficiency? I think it's advantage. Does that stack? I don't think it does, right? Probably. Or is it like an extra dice check that you gotta make? I actually don't remember exactly how it works. Don't think it does. Yeah. Okay, so then you just have to do one or the other. I imagine you would just go... I don't remember with worry if it's an advantage on Constitution saving throws or just proficiency in Constitution saving throws. It might just be proficiency, but I could be wrong on that. I guess then you would go Sork, right? And then you get haste, and you could just haste people up. You would just like dual cast haste on 2 people and then maintain it. Put concentration on you, but they just do their thing. Or did they get... They don't get concentration, would they? I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. Okay, who else can I invite to the duels to fill up the groups? NT maybe, Pando I don't think. Yo, Sleepy, how you doing, my guy? How you doing, man? Hey, me and you, we're the same, dude. You're sleepy, I'm sleepy. Let's do it, bud. Oh, hey, Tama, hold on. Let me see if I can snag Tama in here. Let me see if I can get Tama in here too. What in the world is your icon, Tama? Some bald ass dude. Is that the guy from Diablo? No, can I? What? That's gotta be the dude from Diablo. Like the bald creepy man. It's gotta be, dude. Where all the boys at, Saya? No idea. Lots missing this evening. Even Kragar is gone for the moment. Let's see. Sorry, RBG RT right now. Okay, so Tama is doing RBG tonight. Unfortunately. Maybe. So Resident said maybe last time. I think Storm I already messaged. Let me double check. Have I? Yeah, bug Storm already. Tony is over on the NA. Cylon is a PvE friend. Teppo says literally PvE Andy in my notes, but I don't remember. Sometimes I have you guys as PvE Andy, but you guys do PvP. And other times I think you're PvP Andy, but you do PvE. I wish it was like a way for me to update my notes. I almost feel like maybe the only way to do that realistically is like a survey at that point. You know what I mean? I don't know if Gabo wants to join some, but I'm gonna hit him up anyway. Dragon, hey, come on, Curdy. Hold on a second, Curdy is in. Hold on a second, Curdy is on. Hold on a second, Curdy is on. Hey, Curdy. How you doing, bud? Seawork is on in Argentina. Yeah, wait, Seawork. Wait, hold on. That's one of his mages. Never mind. I was thinking his main mage is only 89. Okay. So Broton, Crazy Cat. There's a couple other people that I saw. Let's see, maybe we can get Atho in here. Maybe we could get Atho in here. Because Atho was doing some shenanigans in Paladin. Potentially could be something to play with. Maybe. Maybe. The plan for tomorrow still, we were talking about it over for the team NA. Plan for tomorrow on Saturday is actually to try doing duels without any paladins. We'll see how it goes. I am going to stick to that. No paladinos whatsoever. And we'll see how it goes. Like, maybe it'll go really, really well. But like NA, they wanted to play, but it's like as soon as the paladin came up, it was like everybody were simultaneously disappointed. Ready? Okay, I still need a full team. So, yeah. So, maybe I could get Rick. Maybe I could get... Who was it there as well? It was somebody else. It was, Rick, and I think it was somebody else. I forget who. It was a couple of people that were like a maybe. But maybe up to 3 people. So I'll still need a bunch more. Oh, this is rough, dude. This is rough. Did I message Azurex? Let me double check. There's Azure's. I wish there was like a search function. So I could see who I messaged recently. There really isn't. Then you really need to add something like that. I would appreciate it if they did. We're still pumping. Oh, yo, Rick popping off, man. I don't think I can join. Yeah, Killa. You can join tomorrow if you're RNA. EU is only for EU. But Saturday is for the NA boys. I think Yankee and the Crash recognized the Silver Sword, I think. I was walking through and they were talking about it. Did they really? I mean, that's kind of... Did they do anything? Yeah. Yeah. What was that? Do they actually say stuff? Do they recognize that it's actually like Was's blade? Because imagine if they recognize it, like somebody would pull you over and be like, hey, we know what that weapon is, friend. Hand it over. How do you have Was's blade? I didn't do anything, but they kept talking about it. I wonder if they say anything no one gets uses. I doubt it. Maybe they recognize that it's like a Githyanki blade specifically. Maybe they don't recognize that it's Was's, you know, Was's weapon, but they do recognize that it's a silver blade. And like only Githyanki really use silver blades. So to be fair, that is like their specialty. That is their special choice of weapons. It's silver, right? I'm pretty sure it's silver. I think I'm almost misremembering. Pretty sure it's silver. Yo, hold on, Blago? So you want to join some? Possibly, maybe. I'm gonna hit up Roton anyway. I'm gonna run it by him. And Crazy. See if he'd be down for it anyway. Just in case. I'm assuming Johnny picked up Curdy, right? Am I part of Krager's Discord, by the way? Is there like a section where I can maybe like write, be like, hey guys, if you want to join us, we're doing some duels. Let me see, Zeta hit me up. Perfect. Zeta can maybe get him in. Maybe Crazy? Hold on a second. Roton is main 2 seconds. Okay, so we do have Zeta. So maybe Zeta, maybe Rick if he fixes the UI stuff. Yeah, Silver. There's a material of choice for swords. I think it's armor. Is there a material of choice for swords and I think armor? Yeah, maybe. It is interesting how they use silver specifically. You would think silver would be like vampire hunters kind of shit, like the Gur from the what is it? Mostly Act 3, but like technically Meat 1 and Act 1. But it's interesting how that does their metal of choice. I'm assuming something has to do with astral fields, maybe filled with silver. But I have no idea. I'm not that familiar with D&D lore. But yeah. Yeah, I mean the weapons are very, very recognizable. That's cool that they added stuff like that where they actually like mention, hey, look what the weapon he's got. Look what his rocking. Did I hit up Hawaiian? Razor, Danny, Sleepy. Here? Okay, hold on. Let me get Zeta. Invite. Hawaiian tribe. Alma, Johnny, Blago. I don't think I hit up Hawaiian actually. At least I hope I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Did it pick us? Yo, my man. Welcome. Okay, so at least we got 2. At least we started with 2. Hey, Rick. I don't know if you're around, but if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to, bud. Actually, please join me. Help me. Help me. Jellies, I think I messaged already. That's Atha one. Hey, friend. Want to join duels? I'm drowning here. I'm going to be just honest with Atha. Everybody else, I'm just like, hi. We're putting together a group for duels. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. With Atha, I'm just like, nah, man, I'm begging you. I'm not gonna lie, dude. We've been out here for, what, 30 minutes trying to put groups together? Under Priest? Yeah. If you're playing Priest, you're probably just old desk. Ain't no way you're playing Shadow, bro. Ain't no way. Wait, Backslide. Did I message Backslide, actually? Hold on a second. Did I message Backslide? Echo, Storm, Rick, Toxie, Jelly, Ben, Horde, MML, Razor. No, I don't think I messaged backside at all. Hold on. He just got into Xenos. I'm gonna message him anyway. I'm gonna hit him up anyway. I'm gonna ask anyway. Okay, so this group needs 3 more still. Maybe Sleepy will message me back. Who knows really? But we just need a couple more bodies. Like, should I invite Bonnie? I feel like a CyberPowerPC is just not really gonna have a lot of fun when he runs. Like, negative, he'll have negative fun. It's just gonna be demoralizing. I don't want to demoralize the man and have him have a bad time with it. Okay, backside is a no-go, unfortunately. Let me see if Indy will be down, man. I'm gonna hit him up either way, dude. Goaris? My man, Goaris! I miss you, buddy. How you doing? Is it because we started the stream so early at 2 p.m.? Should I go back to 3 p.m. starts? Because normally this is peak time for EU. Actually, a question. Jake. Wait, I don't think it matters. I was going to ask you, do British clocks change compared to EU? Like, do they work the same? I'm assuming they do. Did you guys get, like, the time zone change? Has that already happened? Because today has been, like, noticeably slow. Noticeably slow. I'm just wondering if it's maybe, like, a time zone change that I just didn't account for. Did that happen or no? Happened like 2 weeks ago. Never mind then. Okay. Ignore me. Actually, don't ignore me. Help me. Help. Don't bust my friend. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so Arthur is busy doing stuff. I hit him up anyway. We got all 300 specs to ASUS 73 as my 3 DPS and Skyrage 10. Fortunate to find it out. I got all 100 specs as my 3 DPS. That's huge, actually. Wait, you got BM, Marksman, and Survival? What in the world? I guess that could work as a comp, but imagine they're also squishy. It's like, please wall or you die. By the way, I finally healed the +10 as a Evoker. I really need a material set. Once I get material set, I feel like it's going to feel even better just because I'll have more uses of the Embrace. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm healing is not fun. I'm assuming it isn't because the hunters essentially have to have a wall or a defensive for every single mechanic that hits them. When you have one hunter, you can at least focus on one. When you have all 3, that's 3 targets you got to focus on. That ain't good. That doesn't feel good whatsoever. Yeah, I'm assuming that doesn't feel good at all. I'm assuming you just like panic. It's fine to have one squishy class in a group. You have all 3 and you're not prepared for it. I feel like I'd be better prepared if I had the new version of Evoker that doesn't have that like temporal, that's like a frontal orb that can just kind of cast and it hits everybody. I feel like that is going to be incredibly helpful because you can stasis, AoE, big heal, it immediately hits people, big heal, breath. That'll be consistent. I also been running a talent where you pop stasis, all your Haas do more. Healing stream, hard carries, healing stream. Oh yeah, yeah. Rest is so chill. Yeah. Is healing stream totem still good? They removed Cloud Burst, didn't they? Like completely. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. I need to play some Shaman. I need to get a Shaman up and running. I feel like next time Walking is active, I'll probably get my Pally finished out and do Shaman. I think that'll be worth. Okay, who else can I invite? I mean, I guess I could try Pando. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do PvP, but I could ask anyway. I guess I could run it by him either way. Who else can I invite? I mean, if CP comes back to me, that could work. Silent, I'm pretty sure, is a PvE friend. Zero is already in. Need 2 more and we should be good to go. Need 2 more and we're good to go. I don't know if you guys got any friends or homies or whatever you want to invite. I'm pretty sure I've literally went through my entire BNet. Like at this point, I don't even... The thing is, I'm playing on the Argent Dawn realm too. It's not like I can even enable war mode to go outside of Algamart to find people that PvP. To be like, hey, do you want to join Duels thing that we do? Because in RP realms, like nobody PvPs. Absolutely nobody. Crazy? Yo, crazy. Say goodbye, Skid Rare, dude. Thank you. Okay. Uno más. Or, yeah, uno más. We'll need literally 1 more. Rick! Rick! I summoned D. Actually, with Rick would be perfect. If Rick does fix his UI stuff and he's like, okay, let's play. Let's actually get some games going. Let me test out the UI stuff. Like, if he wants to fiddle with the UI while playing some games, I'm cool with that. We'll just spam as many as we can over on the EU. Give it the best shot we got. And, yeah, figure it out. We'll figure it out, man. But I got one spot. Actually, hold on. Azure. I got a spot. Open if you want it. I know you're gearing for the time being, bro. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him know, like, we got one spot. Ideally, I would love somebody who's on my BNet so I can just, like, have you be the lead or whatever. That would be perfect. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I do enjoy wrestling so much more than Ellie. Really? I thought you would enjoy the Giga DPS, but I don't have gear from crates. I know that you said you were farming crates. I don't know how, like, if you had like any gear or literally zero gear. I decided to run it by you anyway. Just, you know, letting you know we have one spot. I don't know how geared you are, but like if you wanted to, I'm a little bit though. Best 30-yard capacitor totem. Hey buddy, what's up, Christos? How you doing, my man? 30-yard capacitor. Wait. In radius or distance? Like how far you can chuck the totem? I mean, 30-yard capacitor. Is it wide? Is it the radius? That's pretty big. That's a pretty. That's a huge stun. That's a massive stun. Wait, what in the world? Really? Or is it just like 30-yard throw it? Because 30-yard distance, 20 radius, 20-ish yard, it might be. Oh, 20. Okay. That makes sense. I was going to say 30 is huge. Because like 40 is like max range for a hunter. Oh no, I have a 50-yard range for some reason. Wait, why is hunter 50-yard range? No, 40 yard. Yeah. So if I have like... Because from here to the bug, that's 40 yards. So basically you would have like this massive circle. You know what I mean? That would be pretty fat. Doesn't update with the talents. Ah, got it. Okay, we literally just need uno mas. Let me go use the restroom, dude. I've been drinking so much water. I gotta go take a piss real quick, but we need one. Thanks so much for hanging in with me. Thank you for being patient, you. My man Zeta. I'm gonna make you leave for this second. Alrighty, we got a group. Finally, we did it. Oh my god. Johnny, please don't give me the bad news. Don't give me the bad news. Okay, we got everything, everyone. Are we back? Message me please when you get one. Yeah, we're ready. Okay, queuing the teams in a sec. There we go. Beautiful. Wonderful. Where are you guys? There's a debuff. Mastery? Monk elixir? What in the world is a monk elixir? Wait, does that work in PvP? Just a sec. Okay, Johnny just needs a second. Otherwise, we are good to go. That's probably the void area, isn't it? I imagine. Oh, he's just gonna rip apart actually. Hold on, he's got a rogue. Wait, you are. I was thinking this guy's a warrior. Never mind, he's the feral. Neat. I need more crit. 43. Yeah, that's a good crit. I'm pretty sure you have more crit than my rogue actually. Pretty sure you actually do have more crit than my rogue. What class is that on? That's not rogue, is it? What is that on, actually? That is a shitload of crit. How'd you get that much crit? 1200 crit. 1200. I think my rogue just says above 1000. Maybe close to 1100? Question mark? That's a strong maybe. Resto? Shaman? Wait. What's your versatility? Or do you just think the giga amounts of crit? Is it that good? 42% crit is a MM in PvE gear? Really? Is it actually that good? Is crit the play? Oh wait, you guys do have crit scaling, don't you, with aim shots now? Maybe that is the play. For crit only spec? 1400 crit? Jesus, crazy. Crazy Cat living up to the name. What in the world? Actually, though, hold on. My eyes are drying out really, really badly. I know I'm delaying. I'm trying not to. I'm waiting for John to get back to me. Let me go put some water drops in my eyes. I'll be right back. My eyes are incredibly... Alright, cool. Fantastic. Johnny, still not ready. Oh, jeez. Promise you, this is a 5V5 1v1 duel stream, not just a hanging out on Augermore talking to you boys stream. Although I do like hanging out on Augermore and talking to you guys either way. You should be like that for years now? Was it actually? I guess I've been completely out of the loop with marksmanship. Let me know when ready. Okay, Johnny's switching. That's what it was. Get him in. Okay, okay. Wait, did Azure's like a mission of light? Little zero PvP. Oh, okay, okay, I didn't see. Okay, we're good. Beautiful. We're actually ready. Another person I could make lead is Goeris. That could work too. Zeta and Johnny. Boy, 5 and a grand 1. Did it work? Okay, I think I messed up. Johnny, are you make sure you lead. Make sure you're lead, by the way. Make sure you're lead. Because I know I made Zeta lead. It should work, unless I need Zeta's like BNet. Which I don't think I should. Oh, just Zeta. Yeah, no, it works. Okay. It's still giving me... Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. This was a problem with us last week. With Cracker not being lead. It did bug. But we're good now. Yeah, it went full for like 50-60% crit because it did more damage than getting more mastery. That's so good. You gotta love that you have like mastery scaling and crit scaling though, right? That's gotta be great. High crit rest never runs out of mana. It's insane. Yeah, that's because of like the water shield property or whatever. When you get a crit, you refund a portion of the mana and the ability. And you probably get like a bunch of procs, so you just like never worry about mana. Another class that doesn't have to worry about mana, mostly because they got 2 resources, is Paladin. But yeah, it is interesting that Shaman is that crit heavy. You would think Shamans would play Mastery. I don't think Mastery for Shamans need to be updated. I think it's strong, it's just not strong all the time. Popped for Resurgence mana procs. I'm not aware what Resurgence does, to be honest. But I'll take your word for it. I need to mess around with... I need to play more alts just so I can like figure out exactly the depth of like all the changes the classes have gotten in Midnight. So far, the only specs I really messed with is like Arcane, Frost Mage, Void Elf Demon Hunter, or Devour Demon Hunter, Rogues, all 3 specs. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Alrighty. Switch. Got ourselves Curdy over the team too. My man still in there, dude. Shadowfree still in there, still trying. Leo and Perfect over in this team. We got ourselves Radimus the Paladina and Jaina. I think Jaina's gonna be first up. We got Crazy with, I think it's like a Giga Crit build. Oh wait, do you start crit in PvP? I don't even know. Goeris, we got ourselves Tardax. I like his Mog Beneficus on this team, as well as Zeta. And it looks like, who is it first up? Is it the Feral? Because this is gonna be Jaina first up as a Frost Mage. Question is with Jaina though, do they run Shimmer or Blink? Blink. If you get out of the stun like that, you definitely run Blink. Does you can kick with the stun immediately? It's gonna be probably a trinket on Tardax. Unless you choose not to, does go for the trinket. Glacial doesn't quite go through. Main follows up. Glacial Spike still hits, but a bear form is available. You used to have like the one ability when you were bear that actually did decent damage. I'm wondering if druids still get access to stuff like this. Tardax does have himself a Heart of the Wild. It looks like for the healing purposes or damage purposes. I'm not even sure, but he did end up using it. I'm not exactly sure what it does because it changed the ability a lot. As a feral druid in non-feral form, you go cat form, you put up a fatty bleed on people, which is actually a lot of damage. It's Feral Frenzy, essentially. Does get himself a Skull Bash in that cat form immediate. That's going to lock out Jaina for a second. Has a couple of roots, but that's going to be more power shifting. As long as Tardax is able to power shift, he'll be just fine. Finally, a good lockdown for Jaina. Full stun spike into array. Is it enough though? It actually might be enough, barely. Surviving Tardax does go for a wall, giving him shielding and a DR. Bleeds are up on Jaina. I don't know if they have a second block. Hypothermia is going to be on him. Shields are going to keep him alive here. Main for a second, but he's able to get out of it. Do you have enough mobility? Go to bear for a bit of a heal. Tardax is barely hanging on there, but he needs one more good hit. Great lockdown. Big fight to follow. Barskin, he got plenty of shielding, literally with a moonfire from afar. Does end up taking out Jaina. That was actually a much closer duel than I expected that to be, honestly. Oh my god. PvP, you don't get a single point of crit because PvP had bad scaling. PvP max damage reverse mastery. But you still get a guaranteed 8-shot crits, right? Is that how it goes? I imagine that would be really, really good. Big defense, big mastery, guaranteed crit anyway. Tardax, immediate breath, immediate, not lances. Immediate was the word here. What's the word am I thinking of? Immediate size? That's what I'm thinking of. Scythe. Literally thinking of the weapon with a Deathbringer. Wall out from Beneficus does himself a Tyrant. Pets are in play. Question is it going to be able to do much here? Shrink it out for Perfect, actually, with a big gateway. Beneficus does have himself a position, maybe gate back. Setting up a gate portal. That's huge. Now you can port back. Do you use it? Or do you send it? Did you get too far away? Port back, maybe? He doesn't choose to. Hold on. Actually, I think he might be floundering a little. Oh, doesn't go for a port. Barely alive though. Beneficus, I don't really know what you can do in this situation. He can't gate back. He's gonna have to do it. Just try to see if he can buy himself a little bit of a cover here. Dark Pact is all he has. That's gonna give him barely any shielding. You're gonna need to use the pet axe toss. Maybe an AoE fear. You just gotta find a way to stop the DK's burst. Reflect for a second before he can lock it down. But an AMS covers the DK. One more obliterate does fly through. The chance for a lock. The lock was fine. The only thing that happened there is at some point he couldn't gate. I think he couldn't port. And then he was trying to get a cast and it was just too much damage. Perfect is just getting opened up on with a full combust. The Phoenix isn't playing. Knows to line inside it. Gripping him back in with a blind right after. With obliterates continuing to fly. Trying to catch himself line inside as long as grips are available. Trying to make some damage happen. As long as Goeris is far away. Gotta back up out of there. Stupid spec. What, the DK? DK does a lot of damage. I am gonna say that. Definitely a lot of damage. Definitely a ton. Perfect sitting down for food. Do you have food back there, actually? Or I guess you would have to have food, right? You guys do have a mage in your team, actually. Goeris having to block this full go by Perfect. Unfortunately, he's going to go for the G-Pike. Do you have any damage to follow up? He has Invis. AMS up for Perfect. I don't know, Goeris is going to have to use anything. He block already has been used up, so it's not like he can do much. Does get kicked on what? I don't even know, actually. It was almost an immediate kick. Instantaneous kick, but Perfect. With the silence at the ready. With the silence, full combust, there's nothing you can do. I think it might just be a light seal for Guerreros. It does get cleaved from one target into another, from one site into the next. That is a breath, and Crazy does have himself at least an angle. Is going to be able to get a freeze onto perfect stop in the food. Aim shot, maybe a decent bit of damage. Full burst is available. I think it's over. I think it's lights. I think it's just over. Yep. Once you get the Chakram flying in there, rip it through the other guy, it's over. Chakram does so much damage. GP meta, GPI, tell me it's meta. I have no idea. I know that GPI can definitely get you enough damage to get someone out of the other target, but I don't know if it's meta. Immediate defense is out for Nelly. Maybe looking for a turtle shell here. That's just a lot of damage as a Rider Leo. Full burst with the Riders of the Apocalypse joining in. Do you have their Riders? Oh, they're all in. They all stack from each other. That's what it is. Nelly, you're still under a ton of pressure. Wall is available. Does have a root trap onto Leo for just a second. Try to see if you can back up out of there. But unless you get procs, or unless you get the fattiest aim shot in the world, yeah, Leo didn't even want to trust the aim shot. He wanted to go and make sure he got himself a Dark Pack, Death Pack there, just to make sure he's got health, just in case that thing goes flying. Zeta is going to have to be very, very careful here. I guess a Death Knight, though, he should be in a great spot. Trinket immediately for Leo. Immediate cheap shot to follow up right after. Try to see if you can live it. Maybe you can go for Death Strikes, but an evasion out of the road. You can't really Death Strike him anymore, since that strike is going to be missing for the entire duration. 100% dodge. Nothing you can do. The Rogue with the defensive play just doesn't let him get any kind of healing. What is Gertie doing out here? What is Gertie doing with one of those, man? He just rezzing everybody. Hold on a sec. I mean, if they want to register AFK and hang out and like spam emos, they can. That's fine by me. Oh my god, dude. What's up, Gus? How you doing, my man? Здорово, хорошего стрима. Большое спасибо, друг. Надеюсь, нравится стрим. Офай стрим. Здорово, здорово. Давно тебя смотрю. Большое спасибо. Надеюсь, вам понравятся будущие стримы. Girls popping in. I'm kind of glad that the YouTube is now translating, so I can literally translate what it says. It says, hello, have a nice stream. I've been watching you for a long time. And then something stream, off-face stream. I have no idea what that means. Bob out of Radimus. Zeta's actually getting a decent bit of cooldowns, and with the Shiv slow onto Radimus. Hold on a second. You're playing Shiv. He still sees you. He's got sight. You got Cloak of Shadows, so at least it's a trade. Immunity for immunity. Still bubble available for Radimus, so he's going to be okay. I wasn't no Russian too. Shocked hard. I was born in Russia, Azure. I was born in Russia, dude. Ural Mountains, man. Yekaterinburg. That is where I'm from. There's literally a part in Ural Mountains where there's like one foot could be in Europe, one in Asia, because the technically is divided with the continents. It was like a cool spot. I don't think I've ever visited as a kid. I'm pretty sure I haven't ever. Gouge Radimus does have a bubble in case he needs to. Zeta just needs to make sure he has an escape plan for the bubble. Shrink it out for Radimus. Maybe just a blind to just walk away. Zeta's going to need something. He keeps going back in there for a big coup de grace. Just trying to see if he can just chop down Radimus. I think it's just a reset. Yeah, it's just got to be a reset. Unless he wants to bubble it, Zeta is going to be able to get an escape. Radimus, I think, could have bubbled to try to see if he can end this duel. He still might be able to re-stealth. Does find him. Just needs to live a little longer. You do have evasion in case Radimus does break out of it. Vanish is available, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. If Zato... Vanish? No, I was hoping. I was hoping there for a second, man. I was hoping. Perfect does pick up 3. Well done. Let's get us another one going, man. Let's get us another one going here. Uno mas, boys. Zero and Johnny, let me know if you guys still have 5 in your group. We'll send it again. We'll just keep these groups going. Где весь стрим на русском за 1000 рублей? Negotiate for 1000, договоримся. 1000 это сколько? Это что, $5 американских денег? Я знаю русский рубль. Как его? Повесился. Не знаю, 1000 это будет 5 копейков американских денег. Я не знаю, это как его, это дело. Я не знаю об этом. He said, yo, for 1,000 rubles, would you go full all Russian on stream? I was like, what is that, 5 pennies in US dollars? I don't know if that's a good art of the deal here, friend. I don't know about that one, chief. I'm joking. Это шутка. I'm joking. Let me know if team still fight. Johnny, let me know when you're good. We'll send it. I remember my life, gotta stick to it. It's so good, man. It's so good. Ready, beautiful. We'll send you guys into Tolveron. We'll get you guys a good caster map. Tolveron is a fantastic. $10. Это так, правда? 1000 рублей это 10? Боже мой. Что случилось? Как его? По-русски пытаюсь, по-русски так немного говорю. Когда я жил в России, это было что? 4, как его? 40. How do you say 40? 20, 30, 14. Нет, 14. How do you say 40 in Russian? How to say 40 in Russian? 40. 40 или 50 рублей, это был $1. Может 60. Ну, боже мой. Да. Let's go for 2 rubles. Давай тогда двушку рублей. 40. Большое спасибо. Ну, когда жил в России давным-давно, переехали, когда мне было что, 10 плюс? Это было 40 рублей $1. И рубль, как его, не повесился, но... Sink. How do you say sink? Like a ship sinking. Oh man, how do you say sink? Sink. In Russian. Like a ship sinking. То нет. То нет? I don't know. Sunk. The value sunk. Which? You speak better Russian than most people in Moscow? Bro, no way, Arabe. No. Нет. Я русскую забываю. Immediate disperse out for Curtis is seeing full burst out for Nelly. It is a shadow priest. It's going to take a lot of damage. Look at him charging in high amount to charge. Tentacle slabs. Backing up out of the fade. Trying to see if he can fade behind the pillar. Nelly got himself a hell of an opener. PI is available for Curtis. Literally PI just to spam more flash heals. Able to go for a quick fear. More of that hentai slabs. Got himself full mind games. Crazy. Nelly actually taking a decent bit of damage. Is there pets? No, Marco doesn't have pets. Trying to go for a fate in case there's going to be a freezing trap. Curdy, as long as you have a good angle, might be able to get some decent damage. Trying to go and weave behind the pillar. Void Rift does nothing. I still feel like Void Rift doesn't do any damage. It's crazy, maybe in a bit of trouble. Has an exhaust, he's going to be okay. Does get a stun. Yes, you can lockstone. If you have a lock in your team, you can lockstone. For sure. Мы сейчас скинемся, вылчипет, скинемся. Хорошо. Я не знаю, но можно. Давай подумаю. I'm telling him right now, like, I'm gonna give it a thought. Let me think of that deal. That's so funny. Curdy, yo, there's a lot of like Russian humor. If you don't know Russian, you don't understand what's going on. I find it genuinely hilarious. Steady shot? I was thinking there was an aim shot. Can't you do aim shot movement as well? Oh, crazy. Oh, wait, Rift actually did damage. Hold on a second. Wait, Rift can actually do damage. Wait, Curdy actually got a kill. I was thinking it was Crazy Cat trying to see if he could set up, but without a true shot, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Beneficus does go for a bit of reflect. That's reflected back to Curdy, landing the stun. Could Curdy, some way, somehow, bring back some more victory for his team? I feel like this is the first time we've seen Curdy win. Just not Curdy, but really a Shadow Priest, I'd say. Curdy is the first Shadow Priest that's actually able to try to see if he can kind of compete in the 1-on-1 scenario. Beneficus does get a full lockdown on him, cleared him away from the pillar. Curdy with limited mobility can only try to see if he can close the gap. Silence, try to see if he can land the fear on the pets, as well as the Warlock, able to seclude him away from the rest of the pets. Might be able to get some decent damage. Interrupt with a free summon. That's going to be an extra pet attack at Curdy. Curdy with a bit of the PI does get a high mountain knockdown. If only he had a stun. Getting locked down himself on a what's it called? On a Mind Games does go for a fade. Poured out for Beneficus. He's in a good spot. Mind Games does connect. Does Mind Games only work against the Warlock, not the pets? Like, the pets don't get affected by Mind Games, do they? So you can't reflect the damage from those pets to heal Curdy. Curdy's in trouble though. He might be in a rough spot. That's how I fear. Got himself a rift. Mortal Coil not putting him in a great spot. Maybe he can go for silence and just run, or stay and try to see if he can fight it. Try to see if he can just fight on through. Age is proccing. 20 seconds on a disperse. Beneficus actually starting to take a little bit of damage. Wait a second. His health dip. Fear on all those pets. Yet another slap with the tentacle. It's going to be more burst, and Curdy picking up two. Curdy picked up a second one. I'm actually so surprised. Curdy picked up another one. Oh my god. I was going for a stun with the steady shots. Oh, that's still a thing? I didn't even know. How many steady shots do we need after you use concussive shot? Is it 2 or 3, 4? I didn't even realize, man. I didn't even realize. Survival beat the other spec, survival for the win? Hell yeah. Love me some survival, boys. Tartax, though, as a feral druid, I don't know. For Curdy, this is going to be his toughest matchup. Immediate fear, immediate trinket on Tartax. Disperse is available for Curdy. He does have a greater fade. He just needs to, I don't know what he can do with Tartax. He needs to get CC. He just needs to live. Disperse does come out. You try to see if you can flash heal in Disperse. Is that a thing you could do, Disperse and then flash heal? There's no way, right? Or did he try to heal, get kicked, and then disperse that? I'm not even sure. But Curdy doesn't have much health to really work with. He's trying to land a heal. Does get interrupted. Void Blast. I don't know if you can go for a Mind Games. Bash to follow. I think it's just lights. He did do decent damage to Tartax, though, during that time. Tartax did take a little bit of pressure. I just don't really know what Curdy could do in that situation. Maybe if he had PI, full burst, everything available, dumpster all the damage onto the Feral, or just an exchange of a PvP talent from one for the other. Maybe that would do something, but it's just tough. Perfect, gonna be up next. Picking up the eyes, he knows exactly where the Feral is at. He does drop a double DK, double death, taking him out of stealth, prowl, denied, stun. Immediately, Tartax does not have a trinket. Will need to wall this immediately. Does pop a wall. Should be able to survive some of this damage. Will need to still bear form. That's just all that bursts through the wall. It doesn't even matter. The perfect burst exists. Perfect, just full on frontal burst. Through a 40%, if not a 50% 60% damage reduction. What is wall nowadays for Feral? How big is it nowadays? So let's try to see if you can scurry over, get himself an angle. I wonder if Garrus is gonna go Fire Mage the entire duels, or if he's gonna try Frost, because I imagine Frost is like the go-to. But Fire can be good in some cases. Combust is down. Do you go for not Phoenix build this time? Unless it's a proc Combust. I think he is playing into the other build, the Frostfire, right? Yeah, his shields. You can see it barely. But you see a little bit of frost overlap with the fire shields. Does go for a block here. That is a lot of damage out of the Death Knight. And unfortunately, mages, they did strip away the ability for them to have any shielding when they have block up. So it's actually super tough. Try to go for, I think it's over. I think it's actually done. Big cauterize. Last thing, keeping him alive. Perfect. Able to go in for that ton of burst. The Frost Death Knight output, it's immediate. And against casters in particular, it is so good. Frost in a 1-0 must be rough, getting stunned out of rare frost instantly. Tama did really well with it. I think it probably would be one of the better specs for PvP, I imagine. It does really well in other content. Giga shields out for Garrus. Does he get the big shields that disappear? Like Borscht? Yeah, как его, я жил на Borscht. Я жил на Borscht. Sure. Это my Borscht silence on Garrus. I'm gonna come back to the Borscht shock in a second. Does full burst. Perfect to take a lot of damage though. It's gonna be Zeto immediately locking him down. Not gonna let him go anywhere. Zeto, it's up to you. He's still got 3 more to go. Taking out the DK from one Death Knight into the next. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the momentum. Keep it going. Guza. Borscht, каждый раз сметану. В сметаной. Каждый раз. Every single time. It was sour cream is the word I'm thinking of? Smetana. Sour cream. Pretty sure. Borscht with sour cream. It is amazing, bro. Life-changing. On a hot summer's night. Oh my god. Let that thing chill for a little. It is amazing. Красавчик, handsome. Appreciate it. Glass of vodka. Квас. I mean, ну водку можно тоже, но квас лучше, я думаю. Kwas неплохо. Cheap shot onto Leo. Full burst out Zeto. I mean, Leo actually struggles with rogues. Death Knights don't do super well against them. Unholy and Frost can do burst of rogues, but like outside of that, outside of full burst, it is a bit of rough, man. It is a bit of rough. It is going to be Zeto just absolutely chopping him up. Leo, try to see if you can set up some kind of damage. Try to see if you can fight through it, but you're just fighting against the inevitable with Zeto chopping you down. coup de grace, slicing, dicing. And this is after the rogue nerf too. This is after they got nerfed recently. I think the nerf for some of the PvP talents to like give them Giga Burst and the coup de grace setup. I think that they give him more sustain at the end of the day, but I'm not 100%. But for Zeto, it is going to be one of his tougher matchups here. I feel like going up against Jaina, he would have been fine, but against Radimus, he's going to need Cloak, he's going to need Evasion, he's going to need a Trinket and everything. If Radimus is playing the Hammer build, that's going to be maybe livable. If he's Dawn Light, that's going to be a little tough. And he slots in the Smurshka, potentially. If we got people bouncing, we can get you in. How you doing, by the way? Bring the Rick Loser team. Come on, man. No, we'll definitely want to get Rick in here. He's messing with his UI. He's doing some Lua stuff, customizing it like from bottom up. I want to give him his chance to do it. So if he's doing it this evening, man, I'll just let him do his thing. I do like this mount. The turkey, bro. I feel like with the turkey, like the neck thing should have been like wiggling. You know what I mean? It should have had jiggle physics. Kind of like the hoops on the sides of the helm that it has. It does have a bit of a jiggle. I feel like they totally should have done that. Would have been hilarious. Because turkeys do have that like extra skin. No idea paladins did went through. Is the idea banning paladins for NA? Yeah, for NA. Oh my god, Radimus! Holy, Zeta is absolutely just tearing him apart. Lay on hands, clutch barely saved him. Conquer Shadow, Zeta just goes back in with a Shadow Strike into a blind. But he's completely out of options right now. My god, I had a wrong idea to look away there. Misery, how do my guy? Hope you're doing good, Jay. Hope you're doing good, my man. But no, Pally ban, I think that's still in play tomorrow. I did say to NA team, we're still doing it because they really wanted it. They want to see what's it going to be like. But for EU, you guys are free to play. Like if we get Saya, if we get like all the other boys, they're more than welcome to. But yeah. Burger or borscht? Бургер или борщ? Ну, скажи мне, я жил в Америке столько лет, я бы сказал бургер сам. Я мой русский, мне нравится борщ, но если это один и тот же, извиняюсь, мне чуть-чуть много американского здесь. Мне нравится быть американским. Я сказал бургер, но... Ну, я не знаю. Оба хорошо. He's asking me burger or borscht, man. I'm like, bro, I gotta be honest. I'm so Americanized, dude. I want to pick a burger. Like, I'll be honest. I'll pick a burger. I'm so Americanized. I'm like, yo, you know what? A burger sounds good, bro. Burger does sound good. There's a place that local that does burgers so well. I think down for Zeta. Unless he somehow lives, I barely don't think it's happening. Sorry, go to the citation. Talking about food. Curdy does pick up too. Finally, Shadow Priest claims at least some wins, man. Thank goodness. Happy days, man. Zeta and Johnny, let me know when you guys are good. Ну да, я бы сказал, мне столько лет живу как американский, я бы сказал бургер. Мне борщ нравится, но, друзья, но бургер, это как его, это вкус freedom. How do you say freedom in Russian? How to say freedom in Russian? Это вкус свободы. Let me know if I'm ready. Вкус свободы. Ну, это... Да. Если вопрос будет, есть что каждый день, я бы сказал борщ. Борщ это, как его, healthy. Just one miss and we go. If you guys need one more, invite me and I'll get you +1. Hold on, Zeta. We gotta make sure the group is 5, man. Gotta make sure everybody's 5. Fair amount of German blood in me, apparently. I should learn German. I feel like if you live in America, you don't gotta learn shit. You're good with English. If you want to learn another language, you're more than welcome to. But like, pass lead plus, and I'll get +1. Yo, Nasmeshka, we got a spot. Прилетай, сделаем тебе борщ. Я не знаю, если могу. Как его? Я переехал из России, когда мне было... Как его? Я в армии никогда в России не был. Я знаю, когда тебе что, 18, тебе нужно несколько лет в армии. Я никогда в армии не был в русской. Никогда. И я не знаю, как его, что в русской, в Украине, все это. Я не знаю, как будет. Я бы, как его, по-русски был. Русские люди не люблю. Русский government не так не люблю. Путин я не знает. Я думаю, он меня бросит туда вдруг. Я думаю, меня бросят в армии. Даже у меня нет русского citizenship anymore. Я думаю, меня бросят там. Я не могу, я не знаю. Я не думаю, это безопасно. He said, yo, come to Russia, we'll get you borscht. I'm like, I don't know if I should, man. Russia's been turbulent, and I never served in the Russian military, and you have to serve when you hit a certain age. I never did. I balanced before I did. I wouldn't put it past them for Russian government. Like, I love the people, but the government I'm not cool with that. I don't like them. I've never liked them. People are awesome. Governments are whatever. Place Johnny. Never mind. Johnny's got everybody. But yeah, I said like I wouldn't put past the government throwing me in, especially the whole Russian-Ukraine stuff that happened. I won't put it past him. Just be like, you know what? Even though he doesn't have citizenship, he's an American and he used to be a Russian, so throw him in the military. I wouldn't put it past him to like toss me in, bro. I'm not joking. It's not safe for me, so probably I shouldn't. I appreciate the suggestion. Well done, Anthony. Мы тебя не сбросим. Ну, я знаю, что ты не бросишь, но как его, русский government бросит меня в армию, я не знаю это. Мне жизнь здесь нравится. Может, когда все в России, как его, будет спокойнее, может тогда. Да, может тогда. Потому что я американец, а я не знаю, как они government выглядит на американцев. Как его? Несколько hostages там было уже. Я не знаю, если я хочу быть hostage. Ты понимаешь? Я не знаю, если я хочу это. Может быть. Если я, как его... how do you say feeling adventurous in Russian? Может, если когда я буду чувствовать адвентуризма. That's not, это неправильно сказать, но надеюсь, поймешь. Consider the groups 5-5, they're full right now. Right now they're full, but we'll get you in as soon as we got a spot. I'll let you know, Toxie. What kind of American are you? You're pure... какой американец? Ты русский, чисто наш, ну, не, друзья. Я жил в Америке больше, чем в России уже. Я через школу в Америке пережил, колледж, работаю здесь, я не знаю, русские люди, я помню, но семья, которая все живет в России, чуть-чуть, how do you say identify? In Russian. That's not the right word. Мне как-то идентифицировать с русскими, как семья, сложно, compared to like Americans, whatever. Yeah, no, понимаете. Надеюсь, понимаете чуть-чуть. Ладно, говорил бы тебя. Отправить борщ. Хорошо. Отправить борщ можно. Sending борщ, that works. Yeah. Switch. What do we got? Leo first up. What do we got on the other team? We got Lesberska as a switch up. I think they're still trying to figure out who's going to be first up. Now they see the death, they're probably thinking, we should probably send a rogue. No, they're sending Nelly instead. Nelly as a marksman. I actually think marksman does so much physical damage, it probably is going to be able to do well against Leo. The Leo does have good angles. There's only a couple places where Nelly could come from. Left, right, but he's going to have to get the line of sight. Try to see if you go for freezing trap, unless you can run him into it. He's going to have to get an angle. Or he just walks up next to Leo. Goes on to freezing trap. This gives an opportunity. Possibly go. He wants to still get a good angle, but he wants to make sure there's like distance. He doesn't want to get grip blinded immediately on his burst. The only way for him to really counter is to start with rapid fire, get grip, disengage on that grip, and then hopefully have something for the next grip. Because you can just double grip. But that could be a little bit tough. Здоровье, да-да-да, здоровье. Throw down the army, bro. Don't, big man. Don't, dude. No. U.S. military? Maybe. That I could do. U.S. military? That'll work. Russia? Hell no. Yo, Leo actually got the angles, dude. He's just guessing where Crazy is, just avoiding it completely. Chain of Ice Crazy was able to get for a bit of a rapid fire. Trying to go for a steady shot, maybe a stun. Leo can go for full burst. This is where Crazy may need to do something. Sack from the Eagle does get to dampen some of the damage. Does take a huge hit. May get a wall overlap with this one. Stun into Leo. Does go for IBF. Nelly needs something immediately, unless it's over, unless it's just lights. I think Nelly was trying to see if he can set up some kind of damage. He decided to hang on, use the globals, but unfortunately Leo just continued trucking on. Does go for the random dragon. Tartax does not get clipped by it, which is good for Tartax. Ferals, do they go and burn through DK? I actually think they do. They probably do get a full lockdown with stuns and everything, don't they? Like an effective one. and everything, huh? My music for some reason bugged out, so we can just switch over. This is gonna be a Wraith Walk. You just try to see if you can waddle out of there. Tardax just continued to power shift to get out of those chains with a silence for Leo. Bar skin for Tartax. Is it going to be enough? Because Leo does have a little bit of burst. Oh, you know what I just noticed? It no longer tracks Pillar of Frost for Death Knights. I wonder why. I guess it's like a short cooldown. The game doesn't even need to. It's also not tracking... Oh, you're not a Deathstalker. Or Deathbringer. I was thinking it was going to track Deathbringer stuff. But it doesn't. I guess because it is a short 45-second cooldown. Did Blizzard update the actual tracking for cooldowns, by the way? For AWC? I actually think that's what happened. Hold on. Leo tried to see if he could barely survive. AMS keeping him alive here. Just trying to go for cleaving. Just trying to shear off a little bit of health off of Tartax. Still bleeds rolling down onto Leo with a roar for a second. Does some cooldowns. Maybe could go for a full go. Stun onto Tartax. Walling out of this immediately. Silence on Leo just doesn't have much health to work with. Wants to go for a big breath, I think. Could go for a breath just to add additional damage, but he's still on a defensive, trying to send as much runic power on heals with a death pack for a second just to give himself a little bit more of health to work with. Barely alive. AMS is available. Try to see if he can fight through the necrotics. Able to finally start to catch up a little bit of health. Barkskin down for Tartax. Next unlocked by the Feral, however, is going to be the end to Leo. Does land, almost lands a clone, but a quick interrupt. Hold on a second. Maybe Leo turns it around. Just needs one good hit, one fat crit, and you might just be able to turn this around. He does bring it back last second. That's throw down. I was thinking for Leo it was going to be lights and it's going to be over, but no, he does survive it. Sitting down for Magefoot with Nasmurshka, giving him a chance to recover. Good thing to have Jaina on their team, so at least you can give yourself a little bit of health. So for Leo, that's at least going to be some food that he can get back into his system. Gouge for Nasmurshka, going in for the dots. I like how Gouge doesn't immediately break the damage anymore. You can technically use it as assassination because you have such little itty bitty like auto attack damage, Envenom, passive damage, dots. They're small enough where it may not break Gouge, and Gouge can act like a stun pretty much. But it's going to be full death mark. This Mershko taking those rogue buffs that have gotten recently and try to see if you can utilize them. Full burst, King's Bait, everything got sent. That's going to be nothing that a Death Knight can do with unless you have a whole huge, massive array of defenses, which Leo unfortunately was spent on by that point. For Nasmurshka, however, he's going to be down on cooldowns unless he goes for like hitting one Garrod bleed setup onto Jaina, because his sheer set is actually not terrible, at least for that bleed effect. Garrod doing 30% more damage. You could check all the Garrod talents. That could give you a really strong opener and passive damage as long as you can Garrod, put dots, run away, catch resets, Garrod back in. That could potentially bleed the mage out, but a decent bit. With Jaina out in the open, eyes are available for either side. 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the match. The dampening slowly rolling in. Should stack up when Nasmurshka's extra wound poison on top of it as well. Is gonna go for a Garrot. Gonna be immediate trinket for Jaina. Who's going in for probably trinket out for Nasmurshka. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. He's gonna take damage. Gouge for a second. Cloak does come out. That is actually a huge immunity stance versus another immunity. Does go for a melt, dodging that root some way somehow. Blizzard does not hit him. Jaina did have a pretty good hunch of where he may be. I think it's going to be another Garrot, right? Sap instead, the pet is going to be able to find you and see you. Catches a restyle, but Nova is going to keep him at a distance. Blind just to CC Jaina for just a moment. Nasmurshka is not going to be able to get himself... No, he does get a Garrot either way. With the silence and everything for Jaina, it's going to be a decent bit of overall damage. Ultra is available. Does lock him out on a stun. Maybe can the shot because he did blink just now. The Ultra, step. Do you have something? Vanish for Nasmurshka. Very, very aggressive use of Vanish there. With the Polymer to follow. Finally, Jaina able to lock him down. Is it going to be enough? You have a stun? He does have a stun. Ray of Frost, Glacier Spike, everything is available. Is it enough? Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh, it's almost enough. Get the shot last second. It is enough. Oh my god. That is so much damage. Just a full lockdown. I thought the rogue had it. But then all the mage needs to do is get a full stun. The mage is a rogue now. He just needs to stun him, burst him, done. Glacial into a Ray of Frost and just let that thing channel fully. Unfortunately, Vinificus with a quick reflect, stopping in the cast coming through for the mages and is able to take him out. With Curdy going to be up next. Last time Curdy did end up having a kind of an even duel with Vinificus. Actually ended up doing pretty well. I like how, unfortunately, Zeta is getting put to, like, I like the Bob haircut, by the way, but he's put, like, on the back burner every single time so far. Literally the last one to do the cleanup. Although every single time he goes up against Radimus, that is where a lot of that luck just goes out of the window. Maybe if his first competitor is Radimus, then maybe Zeta will be able to do something. or maybe this is where Vinifica just brings it back, slams to 4. That, or maybe Curdy goes in for the finisher. Honestly, who knows how it's gonna go. Curdy immediately taking a lot of damage, though. Does get a silence out of Vinificus. He looks like he's on top of him. Try to see if he could run up to him, runs past him. 4 down for Vinificus. He's gonna have the rift on him. Reflect as well. Curdy not coming out of back behind the pillar until he gets himself some good casts going. Wall out for Vinificus. So he's got himself the most amount of damage. Bunker down completely, so he's taking pretty much no damage. It's almost near immunity for the Warlock. It's just so much damage reduction. Curdy's gonna have to take a lot of damage from those pets, and that is still a ton of little imps, Charhound, a lot of these other fiends that are just attacking him, together with additional summons as well, like the Athiel? I don't remember what her name is, but the Drena looking one. That is from literally Sunwell raid, isn't it? From like TBC. More to call for a second. Vinificus, I think, is just waiting out until more cooldowns are back up and available. Curdy able to go for tentacle slaps. Trades a little bit of damage. Axe toss in the distance is going to go for a hand cooldown. Curdy with a disperse super aggressively. Big gateway out. Curdy having to chase after Warlock, and there's not much you can do. Fear does end up kind of completely nullifying the Reflect, because Fear is an AoE spell, but Reflect is only going to go for target as well. So an AoE Fear doesn't do anything. Curdy landing a couple of casts. Doesn't have anything for the Tyrant, unfortunately. Does get a juke some way, somehow, though. It is a Vinificus actually on a bit of a back foot. Might be able to finish him off, actually. Hold on a second. The dots for Curdy are doing work. It does go for the Shadow Word Death. Zero doesn't really give him that much of an opportunity to catch a reset stun. It is DR'd, however. Maybe Curdy could do something. Fear, Zero immediately trinkets. I don't think there's anything you can do. Faded for just a moment. Unless you get Aegis procking. Yeah, the Rogue is going to chop you up. That is rough. Gonna leave a bit for duels. Sounds good, Crazy. You're more than welcome to keep playing if you wanna, or if you wanna go, you're more than welcome to. Either works, man. Zuko gonna be up next. I feel like for Zeta, a better matchup would have been to go up against Radimus, send all the cooldowns on him, because now, actually, he did end up sending Shadow Blades onto the Shadow Priest. So maybe for him, fighting against Zuko, might be able to use that time to recover some of those cooldowns. Alethus? Oh, I remember the voice line. I always thought, I couldn't tell it was like Alethus. I couldn't tell, honestly. I just remember that, like, the yell that the boss does, because you have that boss toy that turns into bosses. That happens a lot. And that's going to be huge damage out of Zeta. Zuka having to go for immediate defense. His army of undead is in play, but the Rogue with an evasion just continuing to plunge the DK's health down into the floor, barely hanging in. Zuko needs something. So it looks like for Zeta with the Cloak of Shadows able to reset everything off of him. Unfortunately, this is going to be the Rogue sent everything versus Radimus. There just isn't much to do. You just don't have a lot of cooldowns. You don't really have much that you can like follow up with. So it's a tough situation to be in for sure. That is very, very unfortunate. But for Zeta, at least it's a bit of a reset that he was looking for, which is really, really, really good for him, honestly. But I don't know. Maybe Shadow Blades. Maybe he can do something. Maybe he can get himself a sippy cup or two. They're giving each other an honorable duel. Zero, do you have a mage food on your team? Or is Goreus not in on that one? Goreus might not be on that one. Zero try to see if he can walk up, get a bit of the honorable duel. That's a Warlock Hellstone, so that is going to help even the playing field a little bit versus the Paladin. I mean, it doesn't, I guess the even playing field will be for both of them to have a Hellstone, but Paladins generally are a better class for 1v1. So I guess for the Rogue, it's like, you know what, it'd be unfair for me to say the Rogue is a bad class for 1v1 because they're not a bad class at all. But that Shield of Vengeance with a Downlight, Zeta knows he's just dead. Unless he burns a Warlock Hellstone here, he knows he's just dead. Try to see if he can survive, just needs to get away. Radimus got himself the dot, so as long as he can chase, he'll be okay. Blind is available for the Rogue, does go for the blind. Trinket out for Radimus, I don't know what you can do. Cheap shot, bubble, it is over. It is over, unless you can maybe meld last second. Blind, Trinket meld. Oh, he still sees you. Was it just a random proc of a judgment? They melded too. No, Zeta. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. Yeah, Rogue versus Paladin. I don't even know how you just like judgmented him because he did meld. I guess it was maybe dotted then. Must have. Let me see. I think Zeta is the one that's missing a guy, so might need body for him as well. We got spots if you guys do want to join. We do have spots if that is the case. You know, if you need more, me and I'll find a body. Biggest piece of shit. What did you get? Crystal? Never melting ice crystal trinket. Intellect with avoidance. Increase your critical strike by 900 for 20 seconds. Each time one of your non-periodic spells deals critical strike, the bonus is reduced by Each time one of your non-periodic spells deals a critical strike, the bonus is reduced. Wait, so the more you crit, the less value you get? What in the world is that trinket? Jake, what in the world is that? That's not a real item, is it? Look at this thing. That's not a real item. The thing is gone and the chain heal. Dude, seriously. Wait, I think Zeto's done for the night, so I'll need to make another group. Alrighty. Looks like Zeto is done. Yeah. I'm gonna need to go make another group. Anybody that were on Team Zeto real quick, if you guys do want to join back in, I do have another team right here. So if you guys do want to join up, it is available right now. Up in LOG real quick. It's real. The only use I could find for this is one huge collapsing star and leave it there. Yeah, I guess so, right? Collapsing star, get a fat crit with it. Yeah, I guess. That thing seems so odd. Such a weird trinket. Toxic, if you want to join, it'll be big rogue group, but you're more than welcome to, man. It'll be big group, but you're more than welcome to. We got a spot. We got spots right now, so if you guys do want to join, more than welcome to. Oh, Anisette is queuing. He's a rogue too, but I could get him in as well. It's gonna be a lot of rogues in one team potentially. Possibly. Does Cloak want to join? I'll see if Cloak wants to join up. But yeah, if you guys were on the Team Zeto, you're more than welcome to come join back up. Yeah, that's a weird trinket. Does it sim good for anybody at all? I imagine Blood Mallet has people simmed, right? Okay, let's actually go searching. Where is that trinket? How good is it? It is garbage for Devourer. Garbage. Okay, what about like Mage? I don't know. Let's go Frost, right? Let's go Frost. Garbage. Literally a PvP trinket for ferocity is better. Holy. Let's try like, I don't know, Shaman. Shaman would be awful, isn't it? Because you are guaranteed crits. No, Shaman is not that bad. It's mid. It's mid. It's not that low. It's actually mid. It's not amazing, but it's mid. Like super mid. Okay, we found one. What about Shadow Priest? Oh no, it's atrocious. It's actually so bad. What about like Warlock? I don't know, Affliction maybe? What about Destro, bro? There ain't no way, right? Destro crits a lot. Oh yeah, it's like next to nothing. What about Balance Druid, man? What about Balance Druid? Dude, who made this never melting ice crystal? Who in the world? Toxie? Yeah, get him in here. Okay, we'll have a lot of rogues in this group, but that's okay. They're not monks again, both Windwalker and Brew. Windwalker Brew is just a slight healing nerf taco. It's not that bad. Windwalker is doing a lot of burst though. If you've seen them in arenas, they're very, very scary. So that one, I'm not surprised. Cloaky is busy doing stuff. Okay, we will need Insane, another rogue. Damn it, dude! There's so many rogues. Are we just gonna have a team full of rogues? 30 needs 2 minutes. Okay. We need 2 more bodies anyway. That works for me. Karner, also a rogue. Bro. Does Ren join these? Definitely not an Undead Priest. Actually, have I messaged Ren? No, I didn't. Maybe Ren will be down. Maybe Ren will be down. Who knows? Maybe. Because we have a lot of rogues on this team. A lot of rogues. A lot. Okay, we need 2 more bodies, boys. 2 more. If y'all have any friends you want to invite to these, more than welcome to. Otherwise, I'll be trying to do my very best to find some fill. Burst is all they have. Their damage on CDs is why the ranks are low. Who? Windwalker? I mean, the burst is really scary, and in PvP, burst can literally secure wins. I mean, look at subtlety, right? They don't really do any sustained damage, but their burst is super, super scary. And crowd control is good. Just use and try to trinket up on a chain hill, 1 chain hill. Dude, that is so, what an atrocious trinket. There's no way that thing... They gotta change it, dude. They gotta change it. Maybe they put it like an internal cooldown. Or maybe reduce it, right? Maybe reduce the amount of crit you get by 20... Was it? Reduce it by 100 something? 18 per spell, and it's a 5-second internal cooldown. So then you get like 1,000 crit, and it chips away a little by little. So at least you get some value out of it. But yeah, that's crazy stupid bad. It essentially means what? It essentially means that you basically use it, and after what? Like it's like 200. After like 5 crits, it's gone. Yeah, pretty much 5 crits. It's literally 5 crits. Make a static and trinket. Yeah, at this point, in trinket was crit. Like at that point, because after 5 crits, it's gone. The effect is done. Literally done. Pretty back. We're ready. Still need +2 on this team. Man, yeah, that thing is the prop. What is the Wrath of Lich King version of that trinket? Is that the same effect? Wildhead Classic, never melting ice crystal. Maybe it is really bad in Classic too. There we go. Yeah, no, it does increase your crit rating by 920. Each time one of your non-periodic spells deals a crit, the bonus will reduce. Wait, it's literally the same trinket effect. It was really good for Holy Pala. I mean, I guess because when they crit, it does a lot. Oh, crits were really, really strong though, back in the day. Oh, even the equip effect just gave you spell power. I guess spell power is intellect. I don't know, man. Maybe this is good for a class that doesn't crit often, so when you do land a crit, it is super giga value. That's the only way to make it work. Is 3-minute cooldown is atrocious though. It's like really, really bad. Real bad. Okay, who else can I bug? Because we got rogues. Rogue City. I mean, I could invite literally a whole team of rogues. That's really about it. Goddamn. Holy Light was an AoE spell back then too, with an AoE effect that could consume the crit. Okay. Yeah, I imagine like with a big Holy Light and you had a huge heal and it's a crit, you basically guarantee in your next few you want to basically use it on a big cast ability that does a ton of healing or damage, and you essentially just want 5 back-to-back crits. I guess that could maybe kind of work if you're a Destro Warlock and get a shitload of crit to buff your chaos bolts. If they like do insane unfathomable amounts of damage, maybe I could see that in that specific situation, but like that seems such a very niche trinket. Then again, trinkets back in Classic were more niche. Right now they're more generalized and they're generally like 30% uptime is really good. Back in Classic, you would use a trinket for a very, very specific usage, right? Very, very specific usage. So they weren't like insanely good. Plus they had like a really long cooldown. Like vanilla was like 5 minutes, right? You would use a trinket for a very specific situation and that's it. Hell, most of them didn't even have like a combat effect. Like you literally got like faster horse riding trinket, and then you got a loofah to remove a bleed. That's literally all it did. And then eventually you got actual trinkets that did damage, but some of them had like a pretty long cooldown. But yeah. Alrighty. We need 2 more. Where do we find 2 more? Because Rick is still doing his stuff. Weston Hill's still queuing. I gotta get my cabs this week, by the way. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can spam out BG Blitz. I feel like it's about that time because Outlay is really good for BG Blitz. I just need to get past like the low MMR stuff. I am glad that they actually did reset MMR for the season. This guy's trying to argue with me the blood DK's issue is pulling. What do you mean? A problem with blood DK, like why they're not good is how they pull? Maybe? Anyone else excited if self-field changes for Devour might be decent for those? I am. I think it's a really good change. The fact that the button is a passive doesn't help. So good. And otherwise, you just like Mind Bomb Sheet. What is that? Light for High Priest? Let's go. But yeah, I do like it. The button is so passive, it doesn't really do anything. It just gives you resources. So giving it like an active effect, look at the heal. I like it a lot. I think it's gonna be really nice. I think it's gonna be good. Just because Devour, I feel like you could use more buttons, especially in PvE gameplay. You just like Void Ray, Star, You only use reap with a proc, and you just spam consume. You literally just like have 4 buttons. 5 with meta, but like, no, 4 with meta actually, because meta becomes a star. Yeah, you have like 4 buttons. That's literally your class. So giving him an extra button, at least a heal, I think it's going to give him more texture, which is good, and a healing effect is going to be nice. And you could use that healing effect to reset when you kill stuff in like PvE content, or you get recharges. You can get some pulling with resources. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be very good and healthy for the class, healthy for the game. Chicago, does it say Shadow Priest? No, it just says Draenei Priest. Rest in hell. Get in here, bud. We need one, boys. We need that uno mas. One more. Unless they just invite Insane, and then we just have like a whole team of rogues, which is probably not a good idea, but maybe. Maybe. Or Dirks. That's another rogue, unfortunately, bro. Do we do another rogue? I don't know if it's a good idea. This rogue has Eye of Midnight with Leech. What's the Eye of Midnight again? Can I find it as a drop? Eye of Midnight. Oh, this thing with Leech? Oh my god. Champion track? Hero track? Because I haven't killed the boss on Hero so far. I would want that ring. If I get that ring, I'll need to redo my stats, but that would be so good. Double socket, nice shielding. It would give me a lot of haste. I need to do something about it. Hero, that's crazy. Dude, that boss, my guild hasn't been able to kill it yet on Hero. We've done like what, mythic bosses, chimeras. We've done like up to dragons. But that one, I don't know what it is. Our damage seems a little odd. Like we couldn't even do the Dalaran egg nuke strat. Our damage is not there for some reason. I've noticed for dragons too, our damage is like, we're fairly well geared, people actually doing stuff, but like mechanically we're kind of trolling at times, but like the damage has just all been off for a while now. So I don't know what it is. That one might also be down to damage just because the ad push is a little bit tight, but that's not on purpose. It's a fun, it seems like a fun fight, but yeah, I need to mess around with it. Can I cap on my rogue? I'm actually wondering if I capped or not. Well, I was gonna invite, man. We need Onomas. Dude, just do I just invite a rogue, bros? Do I just invite a rogue and just say F it? Whatever. Doing it live. Just another rogue. It's like, unless Naz wants to join, I'll see maybe if I can write to him. I don't think he joins these duels that often, but maybe I can convince him. Editor, his looks like he's still leveling. Talking to the guild about joining their alt roster so I get mythic kills down on character. I think that would be a good idea, yeah, because you'd be able to get some decent bit of gear out of it. Honestly, it may not be the worst. Give me some weeklies, especially for some of the first few bosses, especially if you can just start farming like the what is it, the ONYXIA trinket from the that boss. That's pretty good. That one's not that bad of a fight, and it's definitely going to get out-geared. You only do like what, 3 down phases and then just stay up and burn the boss. That one doesn't even have like too bad of a DPS check either. Just gotta make sure everybody is alive and do the dispels correctly and do the mythic mechanic correctly and keep the ads away from the boss. That's really all you gotta do. It's really not bad as far as encounters go. Did you just invite a rogue? I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna invite Insane. See if you're down for it. And maybe Corner. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna do it. I am doing it. We might just literally have like a 4-man rogue with a demon hunter group. Literally might come down to that. I try to hold off, boys. I try to hold off as best as I could. Wait up until the final moment. SQ? Okay. I just thought that was SP for a second. Yeah, see if they want a major shaman. Wouldn't mind healing at all. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, Shaman is not terrible. Shaman also got a buff, or like a raid buff. That's pretty good there. Mage would also work because you could just play Frost and just nuke stuff. The Frost is really strong. Plus very, very tanky because you get double wall and everything. That would work really well. Kaji Fuel, what are you staring at, huh? What are you staring at, little guy? What are you staring at, bud? Just staring me down. What are you doing, you goblin? Get out of here. Scamp. Scamper off. Okay, I never got back to being one of those guys. I guess I can head up Ren. What message Ren so far? No, okay, I'll head up Ren. Maybe I can get a +1. Or we'll get a Shadow Priest. That works too. That works fine by me. We got 5. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. It's not a rogue, and it's kind of crazy that it's not a rogue. This Murphka is lead. Okay. Viewing up. I'm letting Johnny know too. Beautiful. Spectator match. Johnny boy. And then we got
I don't have a target.
NS, MS, HK 5. We did not grand already, right? I don't know. Down sewers. Beautiful. All G friend. Appreciate you for responding back to me, Ren. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful evening, my friend. Where are we at right now? It's on midnight, apparently. Beautiful. What time is it? Depending how long this duel goes, this could maybe be our last duel. We'll see if we got groups after, but potentially maybe earlier tonight. Dude, they definitely did end up changing the cooldowns for everybody a little. I'm seeing different cooldowns for Leo. Transformation is a different spot, it looks like. And there's something missing in the cooldown window. There's usually 2 AMSs, but here is just 1. I wonder if they fixed it. Which Demon Hunter looks about the same. Yeah, it's a lot of rogues. Good luck. Good luck, Team Leo. That is a lot of rogues. We got ourselves Leo over as in Holy Death Knight. We got Curdy. We got ourselves Zuko, Jaina. And it looks like it's going to be Radimus first up. Trying to see if we can put these rogues out in the sunlight. Rest in hell on this team as well. We got Pensala. It looks like Adaby going to be first up. Immediate gouge, immediate kidney. Is that going to be a trinket? No, it's just going to be Adaby just going in for full burst. Blinded insta. It's probably going to go for a trinket. Wings immediately. Cheap shot right after. This is where Adaby. It's a chance to either go. He's going to go for a blind bubble out for Radimus. Adaby is trying to see if he can just hold on and not give him any cooldowns, but it looks like he is going to get found either way. Do you have that one talent where when you bubble you see rogues? Is that what that was? Because it looks like you found him really quickly. That or just the dots are that effective. Also, is Radimus a hammer build? I think he is actually. He is the big bong build. Blasting of protection. Adaby is getting a lot of cooldowns from Radimus. It still does see him. Does get him dotted into a full Hodge. I think it's over, right? Unless Adaby Cloak of Shadows. No, it looks like Radimus did not have a follow-up. It's going to be a full coup de grace off of that cheap shot. Evasion is available. Adaby's just trying to see if he can sink the damage. It sees a little bit more into another coup de grace, getting the damage, and Radimus having to go for lay on hands as he gets super, super low. Actually, to counter coup de grace perfectly. With a gouge out by the rogue, trying to see if he can get himself a reset, trying to see if he can back up out of there. You have a cloak, you definitely are going to have to pre-cloak something. It's most likely going to be a stun off for Radimus, especially if he's going to go for wings. You are going to need your cloak, pre-cloaking. Try to see if he can maybe make something happen. Did something for a second, big coup de grace, but he's just feeling the hurt, feeling the pain, backing up out of there, using the mobility to try to see if he can just juke over to the other side of the arena with Radimus going for recovery. First aid out for the rogue. Adaby ain't out of the fight just yet. He's got full burst. Trinket available for Radimus, unfortunately. Oh, Radimus, are you Belf? Okay, he is Belf. I was thinking Radimus is inhuman normally, but I think he went Belf recently. The Belf racial can be good. I was thinking it was going to be Trinket, human racial. Adaby is going to have some in here because that's going to be a full lockdown off of that Trinket. Because if he goes in for a stun, he needs to know that he's just going to get CC'd. That or you go for a kidney shot, run away. Radimus blows a trinket to get out of the stun. Tried it for a Hodge. You trade blind. You catch a reset. You go back in there. Maybe that could be the play. Radimus also, he will need to do something in order to time up a Blessing of Saint. If he does it, that'll be huge for him. Blessing a Sacred Kidney, that's just gonna stop the rogue stun, but he still got burst either way. Trying to see if he can just fight through it. Cheap shot right after. Hammers are flying. Adamant trying to see if he can pick up more damage. Short blind out, but Radimus streaking out for Adamant. Has advantage in case he wants to use it defensively. Does go for advantage. Backing up out of there with a hammer hanging over the man's head. He doesn't have dance for a second. Might be able to get a sapper around the corner. Try to see if he can land it. I think it was a cheap shot, but it's super yard. Next stun potentially could be the winner here. Stun out for Radimus. Isn't enough. Hammer comes down. Adamant barely alive still. Wake Up Match doesn't play. But the Hammers think they got him. One more hammer. Bonk from the sky. Catches a wrist out. No shot. You're alive. No shot. You're still alive. I think Radimus is just like, how is this man living? That or DC'd? Hopefully he didn't DC it. I think he's okay. I think maybe he's just standing there, just aura. Just trying to see, like, you know what? He's probably already dead. I still got a dot on him. Nope, the rogue ends up escaping. That's going to be Radimus going for a reset. Bubble available in 30. Radimus still holds on to a trinket. Adamant doesn't have a Shadow Blades, not for 30 seconds. So by the time Blade's available, Bubble's going to be available. Adamant, that is your timer. When Bubble's back up, that's where he has a full immunity. I don't know if you just want to try to see if you can puncture right through it, or if you're just going to try it either way. What is Toxic doing? I think Toxic thought Adamant died for a second. Adamant looks fun. Yeah, Adamant is doing pretty good, man. He's having fun in here. That is going to be most likely defensive on Adamant. That is going to be Bubble available. It's going to be an evasion. Adamant may need to combine together with Cloak of Shadows, still taking a lot of holy damage. Shadow Blades is available. Radimus most likely is going to have to go for a bubble here, trying to make sure he doesn't get caught low. If the rogue lands a fat crit, this could potentially do it before the damage comes out for the paladin. Before he gets punctured, is going to go for a Cloak of Shadows. The rogue backing up out of there. Radimus does get him some safety. Still has a trinket, so he's actually okay. Adamant catching a re-stealth, but he's still going to get caught out with those random judgment procs. Gouge for a second. Radimus had no mana whatsoever. Smoke bomb for the rogue to try to give him some cover. I don't know if he goes in for maybe another go. He is going to need to use something. Anything. Stun immediately. Radimus doesn't even have to worry about using a trinket, taking down the rogue. It does literally burn him, sets him on fire, throws a couple of fireworks on him. That was a tough fought match, Rogue versus Pally, but Pally does win that one. Radimus did not have to use trinket at all. Full blades are up for Toxic. Full dots are in. The Kingsbane stabbing him multiple times. Try to see if we can back up out of there. Toxic switching up the Mog, actually. I don't hate it. He's still rocking the full green, but now he's going for like more of a shrouded, hooded rogue. It's going to be a Garrod. Dots are in. Radimus does go down, unfortunately. Look at that setup. I like it. It actually looks almost like classic look for like a poisonous rogue. You know what I mean? The rogue living in fell woods, using like demonic blood as poison or whatever. I think there's some RP lore that could be created just by that Mog alone. And a little vicious globule is chasing after him constantly. That's a run onto Jaina. Is going to go for Smoke Bomb. Jaina with the Ring of Frost is going to end up CCing the rogue. Does go for a trinket, trying to see if he catch a re-stealth. No Nova to catch him. And is going to be able to get out of there. Good thing you can't really see the pets anymore. Previously, you would be able to see rogue pets when you're out of in stealth. And you'd be able to basically tell where the rogue is at. Nowadays, you can't really see the pets. At least while you're stealthing. Polly, no trinket available. Toxic, does he just go down? Oh, no. Cloak of Shadows last second. Jaina has a no burst. You get somebody to like 10%, but not enough to just absolutely wipe him out. Not yet, unless you get lots of crits. Toxie, Vanish to follow. You just go for a Garrod. You may just need to. He got him really low. Jaina just actually melted. Hold on a second. They just bled out. He let them bleed out, no block. Jaina was hoping the rogue would open up, not looking at the health bar, and sudden demise. As soon as you get below 10% health, if you have so many bleeds, if the bleeds make up more than whatever leftover health bar you have at 10% health, it's immediate death. It's immediate death. So basically, he was like, okay, I'm not at 1%. I don't have to block yet. I'm at 10%. That's still doable. Health ticking down slowly. Yeah. He immediately snatched it away from him. That's one of the rogues. Basically, if you're at 10% health, I guess assassination in particular, if you're at 10% health, you're pretty much dead. Consider yourself dead. If this bleeds in you, you're just dead. So you gotta block early, bubble early. Paladins also happens the same there as well. Years of PvP condition them to try to use bubble and big immunities when you're super incredibly low in health. So like you're not gonna end up immediately going for, you know, bubble, bop, block. But I guess assassination, that's something they actually can get to utilize too. That is going to be Toxie going in for a vanish. That is going to be the Rift actually dissipating with a pet available, chasing after Toxie. Toxie trying to see if he can find him Sakura behind the pillar. Does take Nazathi and eye damage. There's going to be a lot of passive damage out by Curdy though. All Toxic can do is go for a cheap shot and try to catch a re-stealth behind the pillar. No pets chasing him. Curdy just looking for a bit of that healing. All Toxic needs is, I think he's going to wait until Deathmark. He's going to have to wait 20 seconds until Deathmark is available. He could go in, get some bleeds on the Curdy. Gouge is going to help him at least get some dots, go road so he can continue the silence. Cheap shot, but it's going to be full immunity. Does go for the Kingsbane, delaying his Deathmark, however. So maybe you're just trying to see if you can get some cooldowns on a Curdy with a Kingsbane. Trinket, unfortunately, you do get rooted. That is a full rift. Void Torrent does go for a fade. Toxic with the Cloak of Shadow, so at least he's able to live this a little bit. Still a lot of pets are attacking him, so as soon as Cloak falls, he could be in a bit of trouble. Deathmark is on Curdy. Curdy might be actually in a big trouble. Kidney shot is not going to be enough. Both Rogue and the Priest are melting. Cheap death, but Curdy does go down. That one does go to the Rogue from the afterlife, taking him down. Oh my, you gotta love the bleed damage, man. That is unfortunate. Curdy does land the kill, but Toxic makes sure to nail those bleeds, let it be as strong as possible. That assassination buff recently, by the way, is very, very noticeable. Gouge by Nespershka corrode onto Leo. Cheap shot to follow, doesn't get hit with a blind. It's going to be Leo trying to go for a bit of a chain of ice. Army of Undead collapsing around Nespershka. That is going to be a lot of pets. All Leo's got to do is make sure the pets are Nespershka the entire time. He got evasion, but if he doesn't face the pets, he's not going to be immune. Trinket, Cloak, everything. Literally burned every cooldown. I think it's a matter of panic. Dots are onto Leo, but he's okay. The pets are still chasing up Nespershka. At least that A-bomb, he knows. He knows exactly where the rogue is at. He lost him. I thought he had a good idea. A-bomb is generally not the smartest pet in the entire tool shed of pets for DK, but he's going to be able to sit down and at least get himself a bit of food. Sticking his head into boxes when Nespershka going in for a bit of a first aid back there. So right now they're both in a bit of a standstill. Nespershka did send a lot of cooldowns. Might be able to come back in with a bit of a Kingsbane in a minute. Leo, however, is going to have counter pressure with a Dark Transformation and maybe whatever pets he can. If he can do that, then he'll be golden. Try to see if he can run up to maybe pick up the eye. Trying to be proactive here, which I think is good. Lichborn to make sure he doesn't get sapped up. Actually, not a bad move, honestly. Trying to see if he can get some movement. IBF to break out of a stun. Nespershka can get in the dots in. There goes the pets. Blind into Leo. Pets are still going to be chasing. A bunch of ghouls and even the casters are going to be firing away. Nespershka with a smoke bomb just to give himself a bit of cover. That's how 5 undeads just firing bolts at you. That is going to be a lot of damage. All Leo needs to do is live, and those pets are going to take him out. The pet-based gameplay for an Unholy Death Knight is very, very strong. Pensala immediately goes in for a big rift. PI, everything available, just chasing after him instantly. Try not to make sure Leo doesn't go anywhere at all. Just pushing the offensive does let the rift expire, and that's going to be more pets for Leo to deal with. That additional pet, pretty sure he does more damage like when you're high health or low health. It's either an execute or an opener pet. I don't remember where it's good at, but it's one of those two buttons. And Pensala just trying to see if he can get himself a good angle. Try to get some of that damage onto Leo, but he just keeps avoiding him the entire time. Leo does have the Army of Undead, so it looks like that's exactly what he's going to go for. Army with an AMS to make sure he's covered from any stuns. That's going to be Pensala taking a lot of damage. Aegis proccing. Void Torn for a second. Interrupted in Shadow cannot go for Disperse. Leo just able to sneak up the damage on him. With Rest in Hell, last one left over for the team 2. Playing into very high dampenings, he's not going to be able to get a lot of healing, but he's only playing against 2 Death Knights. So as long as he's able to, some way, somehow, get past Leo, fight Zuka, maybe he'll be okay. The blue Paladino, the Paladino, the shoot difficult. Paladini and you shoot difficult. Saying Paladins are a little bit difficult at times. Out of base, like I love Paladins. Yeah. Another Sin Rogue build that someone's running in +20s, a new one. Something wacky, something crazy. Is going to be charge out for Rest in Hell with the Leo. Try to see if he can back up out of there. Leo does have 30 seconds in the army, so I think he might just try to see if he can last out and wait until the full army is in play. Human Racial looks like he's committing to that play. If he can just keep Rest in Hell on the chain of ice pretty much the entire time, he's going to be golden. Rest in Hell, however, has movement, and I think he's realizing that, wait, Leo is most likely trying to buy himself some time. Leo doesn't have needs to have a lot of health for a big army build. He might be able to make something work though. That is going to be a full death pack. Try to see if he can get himself some survivability. Time change, insane. No, actually, no, this is normally when we do the duels. For EU, at least we do them like super early. But I could go like an hour later instead. We used to do them at like 3 my time, but we'll be doing 2 my time. Full stun onto Resident Hell. Silence to follow. Army of Undead in play. Darkness is down. Resident Hell, however, cannot really heal his efficiently from the Army of Undead. He definitely needs to keep the Death Knight and the rest of the pets in view to make sure he's cleaving all of them. Full Metamorphosis does get Leo super low. Leo with a short blind for a second, letting the pets re-stabilize. Big haunt, but he still spikes them. Oh my god, Leo and the Holy Death Knight does end up winning it. I am amazed. Croxon did super well, but Leo held his own, playing around the army and let the death go fly last second. That is crazy survivability. Well, after that one, we have to go again. We have to go again. Nesmershka and Leo, let me know if you guys still got 5 and if you're ready. I want to try to see if we can go again. After that one, I want to go one more, dude. I was about to be like, all right, last one for the night. I kind of want to go one more. Change the time when EU starts. I've been starting at 2 p.m. my time, so like 2 hours ago. That's when I started. I've been doing that for a number of weeks. Need one. Okay, Johnny, list up an LFG. We'll see if you guys get a +1. If Nesmershka is missing bodies, however, we might just call it, but we'll see. Assassin sucks so bad. They did buff it recently, but Toxie, you did really good. Yeah, Assassin definitely probably needs a little more love in PvP. Compared to Sub, which is insane, Assassin probably does need a little more love in PvP. They recently buffed the Mutilate by a ton, like 180%. Ready? Okay, both teams are ready. We'll send it again. We'll do, I don't know, Tiger's Peak. We'll try Tiger's Peak. Casual Addict. I've seen that build. I don't actually think that's his actual build. Yeah, I've seen Casual play other talent builds. That's not his usual go-to build. That might have been his, like, a specific dungeon that he tried to mess around with, but or might have not calculated correctly. But I don't think he goes that heavy on King. I mean, I guess you can go Kingsbane with a haste and ambush. You could do that, just more single target. I think it all depends on the dungeon you run, though, Jake. But that is a weird build that I looked at. I simmed it. It doesn't seem to sim high. So you might have ran it for a very, like, extremely specific reason. Potentially. Yeah, it might have been a very specific reason. Specific build, specific dungeon, specific something. But that's not his usual build. And in Sims, that one doesn't seem to do super well in dungeons. Sure, that's his build in 20 MDT. Maybe on the first boss, he ran 19C too. I'll need to double check it then. I remember that type of build kind of sort of working a little over in beta with that Kingsbane thing, but that's mostly because Implacable wasn't working correctly. But I'll need to double check it. Leo, a little bit of a rematch between him and Rest in Hell. Blade dances out. It's going to be full army of undead. Rest in Hell may just have to go full defensive here. Darkness down. That is a full army. Hunt right after. He's going to have to go for a Sigil of Misery. I don't think the undeads get feared. No, they don't. Rest in Hell is kind of super low. Main just had to go for a meta. He needs something, anything. It is going to be Silence. That's going to be Leo. Just trying to see if he can keep his distance away from Rest in Hell. If he lets a Demon Hunter catch up, look at that healing. As soon as Rest in Hell gets that weird, Aldraki combo with the glaive, and he gets to do some damage and cleaves, that leech healing, maintaining himself. Dome down for Leo. Does not have line of sight. He's just going to get lands. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, the line of sight, the positioning was not in favor of Death Knight whatsoever. And even Radam has taken 1 freebie lands for Rest in Hell. The Demon Hunter still has a trinket, so at least he has a setup. Man, this is crazy amount of healing. It looked like Rest in Hell was going to go immediately down. Backflipping out of here in case there's going to be stunned, but Radamus is going to go for a bit of the Blessing of Saint. Rest in Hell backing up out of there. He doesn't want to fight Wings if he can help it. But is Radamus back to Wings with Wake of Ashes? I think he is. I don't think he's running normal Wings, is he? No, I don't think he is. I think he's back to the Wake of Ashes Wings. Rest in Hell with a full stun, full burst, does get himself the cleave, potentially big setup. Trinket not popping out here. It is going to be unfortunately Metamorphosis down, so he's not going to be able to get the big heal, but the Hunt does come back in. And it should give him pretty much a really good burst combo here. As long as he can go for another between the another eye beam. Actually, look, just his normal damage letting him heal a lot. Next time, however, could be very deadly. There's going to be another set of Wings. No Hodge out for Radamus, and Radamus actually having to go for a magic immunity to take a surprising amount of damage on Rest in Hell. Reston Hell just needs to wait here a little. He does have some physical damage that can go through Magic Immunity. Actually, Magic Immunity only lasts 6 seconds, so he's actually just fine. Look at that cleave damage, catching up all that healing. Reston Hell is feeling confident. Big Glaive connects with Radimus, who is in a rough spot. May just have to go for a bubble. Lane Hands does get used, but immediately his health is melting down so fast. Even without Reston Hell really getting too much damage on him. One Glaive, and that's going to be Fly Up. Radimus trying to see if he can find some cover. Lance connects, but that's about all he can really land out of it. He really needs him like way out by those cat pillars. That's the only place where he might be able to get some line of sight on him, I think. For those big fell lances from the sky into an imprison. Wake of Ashes in play. That's just going to be some CC out for Reston Hell. He doesn't want to fight a paladin with wings if he can help it. Throwing some glaives in for free. Radimus is going to go for a full heal though. He's going to use those Dawn Lights and the Eternal Flame to recover stun onto Reston Hell. Radimus just completely on the defensive right now. Wants to do whatever like chip damage away he can at Reston Hell, but an I-beam with a combo is going to be very, very deadly. Haunt, immediate Blade Dance into another Blade Dance. Oh my god, the combo burnt through Chill Dividend so fast. Reston Hell able to maintain himself through the backsplash damage. It just doesn't even mind that at all. Stun into Radimus. Is it going to be enough though? Another Blade Dance. Is it going to be enough right here? Another Glaive Toss. That is going to be the bubble. Immunity out for him. Reston Hell still has a trinket in case he needs to. Try to stay mid-air as long as he can whenever he uses Vengeful Retreat. Does not go for a trinket here. Even though that is an opportunity for him to maybe trinket. Blessing is Saint. Radimus will not be able to stop a stun. Next go by the Demon Hunter. Doesn't even need it. He just needs to stay on him. Just needs a couple of tilts. Oh my god. Bazooka charging the next. Is going to be immediate Glaive out for Reston Hell. Does get himself the Blade Dance. Immuning. Try to see if he can dodge the CC. Double Blade Dance. Ton of damage with the Zuko. Reston Hell does have a Fly Up. It doesn't look like he attracts it on cooldowns anymore, actually. He may still have Fell Lances. He does Fly Up. Zuko needs cover right now. Immediately. Lance after Lance gets him super low. Does still take hits. He needs to make sure he's line deciding him. The pets are doing decent damage to Reston Hell, actually. Hold on a second. If Zuko can just live, let the pets do damage without Zuko touch or Reston Hell touching him. Haunt, unfortunately, is going to connect. Dome down. It's not enough. Reston Hell, unfortunately, doesn't have a target to follow up off of. Unless somebody else rushes him, and it looks like it's going to be Curdy. But Curdy is a Shadow Priest. It is going to be definitely one of the toughest matchups. Maybe he can use a Silence of the Reston Hell to stop some of his Chaos abilities, because some of his abilities are technically spells. Not all, though. Digital Misery does not connect. Going to be burst, but it's going to be meta. Reston Hell actually muting some of it. Silence does come through. It doesn't stop the I-beam, apparently. And look at that heal out of Reston Hell. He was getting kind of low in health. But that I-beam Blade Dance combo, while in meta with full leech, it is very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. Insane. He is in a decent spot. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Giving these boys some space. Curdy just trying to see if he can find himself a better spot to work with here. Does have some burst. Void Torrent is going to get interrupted. Reston Hell with the Blade Dance combo. Does he have the I-beam? He just waited until the next I-beam is available, I think. Chipping away whatever soul fragments he can off of Curdy, who is running into the room. Reston Hell wants to run into the room, but yeah, the rogue is giving him a chance. He's giving him some space, giving him some privacy. Boys need a room. Get a room, you two. And Reston Hell knows it's going to be rogue up next. He has a trinket. Doesn't choose to burn it here. Running away, backflipping out of there to try to immunity stuns. Is going to fly up in the air. Does the rogue go for a reset? Lance is both of them connecting with Insane. That is going to be Shadow Blades. Cloak Shadow is going to use really early. But it's going to be Trinket and availability for Reston Hell right now. He's still kind of low in health. Trinket may need to use it. Chooses not to. Chooses not to. I-beam. He needs a big setup. Haunt connects. He needs access to his weapons. Backflipping out of there to get his weapons back. Blade dances to another one, maybe. Oh my god. This man right here. Having Demon Hunter is slapped on so hard, dude. People are asleep. Look at this healing. That's 5 million healing. His damage is 6.3. Jesus. Demon Hunter healing is busted. Bro, it is. I think it's exactly where it used to be. They're still squishy. They die really quick. But the amount of healing to do for being aggressive, I love it. I think thematically, conceptually, this is the right setup for Demon Hunter. Let him be aggressive. No defense, just aggro, and that's how they heal. That's a lot of damage, isn't it? Was there R-Druid invisible healing him? Was there R-Druid? I don't think there was an R-Druid. Was there? Maybe. I need to double check. Was he really an R-Druid? Hold on a second. Is there really? I don't think there was a Rested Druid. Was there? Let's get Johnny. Let me know if you guys are good to go for one more. Dude, I'm awake for those duels. What in the world? Yeah, is there an actual rest? I need to double check. There's actually a Rested Druid healing him from like rejuves and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Invisible healing him. You know where my mind went? I was thinking like Ysera, gift of Ysera. Man, joking. Heals a lot of 0 full. Yeah, no, it's gift of Ysera. I thought you meant gift of Ysera. I was trying to remember, like, is Rest Druid the only thing that has it, or do all druids have it? Because all druids used to have it, and that did used to heal a lot in duels. It's like percentage-based heals, like 5% every few seconds or something. It was really, really strong. That's where my mind went. I was like, is that a thing? I'm just searching my brain. DH broken now. Well, I guess currently, like, everything is broken. Just because Shadow Priest could use improvement, Blizzard. Help Shadow Priest, please. But yeah, against the Shadow Priest, like, anything is kind of can feel broken. Super balance, Blizzard. Come on, they die in solos pretty easily, but like their healing in 1v1 is pretty good. I was gonna say decent. It's not decent. It's pretty good. Let's go Blackrook Hold. Maybe a too tiny of an arena, but we'll give it a go. But yeah, Kurt, I thought that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of Demon Hunters can heal by staying aggressive. They heal by doing damage. I think Fury Warrior and Demon Hunter should be in that field to some degree. At least, like, I don't know, maybe there should be some talents where you can sacrifice some offensive power for more defenses. Maybe that should be like a thing. But I don't hate the fact that Demon Hunter can actually decently heal themselves and like kind of maintain themselves. Then again, like, look, last match, it was Leo versus DH. He just popped army on him, chain of ice, let him walk away from him, and everything just melted, right? So, like, Demon Hunter healing can be good, but it's not like the end of it. It's not a silver bullet. Hopefully Resting Hell does get it in here, though. Otherwise, we might be missing a guy. Which I think Fury Warrior should be like a Mighty Trolls, an attack speed damage. Ooh, that'd be kind of sick. Is that solo shuffle or just duels? Duels. We rarely target them in arenas, so they never die. Demon Hunters? That would do it. I do. As a rogue, I definitely target Demon Hunters. They will fall over. That's what a lot of people won't tell you is Demon Hunters will fall over. Most people don't target them, but you should. You should touch them. I touch them when I can, dude. As soon as Blur is up, I hit another target, but when a Blur is down, I go back to tickling them. An Outlet tickle's decent bit right now. Wait, no, it's not a Radimus. It's not a Radimus. Hold on. Is it forcing Radimus? It's supposed to be Insane. Hold on a second. Adaby. I think Insane is trying to get his attention. Hold on a second. Yeah, he's giving him a second. He's giving him a moment. He's giving him a chance. He's like, hold on. It is a rogue duel. It wasn't supposed to be Radimus. Disarm and Adaby. At least Adaby does have a trinket, so at least it was Insane. There's like an opportunity for them to fight each other. Insane get a lockdown. Does go for a trinket. His burst comes through. Gonna be a sound onto Adaby. It is very, very hard. Evasion. Do not get to shot him. Try to see if he can make damage happen. Unfortunately, he can't really land hits as long as he can't get behind Adaby. I think those Shadow Strikes can land hits and cheap shots can. He's completely DR'd. But Insane does still have Blades here for a second. Try to see if he can get out. Get a shot. I think Adaby has him. I think he does. Yeah. Coup de grace. Yeah. Chopping him up. Yeah, it was supposed to be Radimus next. Radimus, if you want to stand and heal yourself there for a second, you can. Zuka is charging up next versus Adaby. We'll see how a Death Knight does. Although for Death Knight's Rogue is like a... Oh, man. Yeah, Rogue's got to do Pierce past the armor. Demon Hunter is still a target. I'll get him on my Survival Hunter. Yeah, no, Demon Hunter as a Rogue, chat, just let me tell you, they are a much better target to hit. Maybe not while Blur is active, because they are quite tanky while Blur is active, but they are a decent target to just sit on. They are a decent target, and they do die in a stun. Like, Kidney Shot, Smoke Bomb, and Demon Hunter, they do fall over if they don't have a trinket. The Demon Hunter has to play pretty aggressively with the Ritual Trees in order to make sure they can immune the stun, but otherwise they do die. Blindside has got to be with Flames was insane. Dude, it was just that, I mean, the pillar, right, the cat statue, it is not a lot of, like, it's not a lot of height. You know what I mean? Soft target? Yeah, they're a decent soft target, yeah. They're a good, it is a class that would, like, sit on and touch as a rogue. Just, as outlined, you just need to be hitting something. Warlock, Shaman, Demon Hunter, Death Knight, Warrior, all good targets. All good touch targets, actually. Kill targets like Mage, Hunter, Priest. But those are decent targets. Oh my god, Zuko tried his very, very best. He's got the army, but Adaby absolutely just getting them out of there, dude. Rogues with that sub burst is just nuts. Is that was Blades to it? Pretty sure that was Blades. Like, I did a gouge advantage to get attention. I know. I did see that. I think Adaby was just so focused on Radimus. Yeah. I think it was just so focused. They did get the opener on Atomy at the very least, right? Pretty sure it was your opener. But yeah, I think he was just confused. He was just trying to send it. He was thinking he was going up against a paladin, and he probably was like, okay, if it's a pally, I'm good. I'm going. It's just what happens when you have stealthies in a duel, right? You're stealth, he's in stealth, he sees Radimus gonna push forward, he's thinking, oh, it's Radimus I'm dueling. Happens. Stuff like that happens. It was at least an attempt. No fair. Okay, we'll get another shot. If you still get groups after this, we'll give you another go. And Leo, as an Unholy Death Knight, does send the Army of the Deads versus the Rogue. Does end up collapsing just enough on him. Pensala trying to get an angle. Does run in, try to get a good setup, maybe around the corner. What is his Mog? Is he the full Void set? Oh, he is a full Void set. It kind of looks good on the Shadow Priest, actually. Dots are in. Technical saps are coming through him. Leo trying to see if he can get himself a better angle if possible. Stun short versus Pensala, who is getting CC'd for a moment. AMS is up for Leo. That is another set of pets with a Darkness Formation, as well as even more riders and a bunch of ghouls someone did. Especially if he can get himself a bunch of Maguses around the corner, this would be good. And as long as Pensala is slowed, especially with those frostbolts from the Maguses, he's going to be in a rough spot. Does land a Void Turret onto Leo, however. So for Leo, it might be a bit of a rougher spot to be in. Pensala is still more technical saps coming through. Leo, I think waiting out until the Army of the Dead is available. Pensala, the question is, will you have cooldowns for this? You might be able to fear the riders. Maybe fear Leo, but a lot of the undeads are undead and they cannot get feared. This is going to be full army. Pensala with a bit of the desperate pair. Age is proccing. Maybe you can go for a fear. I don't know what you can do in that situation. Unfortunately, it looks like for Leo, it is just a lot of bursts. It is a Shadow Priest, being said after all. Shadow Priests do not do well in 1v1s at the moment. They can do a lot of damage. They just need like a little bit of ramp up by the looks of it. I don't like the Apex sound for Sub-Rogue PvP at all. There's a Frost DK at. Yo, we had him earlier, man. We had Perfect Girl in here earlier, just absolutely swiping out with them scythes, just ripping people a new one. Yeah, the Apex sound for Sub-Rogue isn't bad. You just have to play, like, you basically have to play Trickster and you have to Shadow Strike while at full common points with 5 stacks of, what's that buff called? I forget, actually. Is that one that looks like a hooded man? It's in purple. Looks like a shady dude. It's like the common point stacking buff. I forget what's it called off the top of my head, but when you have that at 5 and you Shadow Strike, you get you the proc and you can eviscerate for additional damage. It is an interesting Apex talent. I can see why people may not like it in PvP, because in PvP it's like, it is technically a damage increase, but you don't always get benefits from it. But yeah, it is very, very strong. Numeric, at least. For PvE group content, it is definitely strong in that regard. Leo trying to see if he can get himself a bit of time. Actually got the Army of the Dead ready to go very, very soon. He just doesn't have a lot of health to work with, and part of it is necrotic out. If he can wait it out long enough before Toxie opens up on him, almost walked in the right direction away from him too. Kidney shot does go for the pet stun. It is very, very short. Leo's gonna have to use everything he can to survive. I don't know if he's got any survivability. Kingsbane, AMS absorbing a lot of the Kingsbane damage, trying to go for Death Strike just to make sure he can escape. His health being too low. He's still got a bunch of bleeds. That's gonna be big and venom by the Rogue. Blind for a second, but Toxie letting those dots melt the Death Knight down to his core. With Curdy immediately getting the dots, getting the rip from Toxie. Toxie with the Corporate Shadows, trying to see if he can get some damage going. He does have a vanish. May want to use it here. Full death mark is up onto Curdy. Toxie just trying to keep the bleeds going. Curdy may have to go for a disperse here. He's taking a ton of damage. Toxie with the vanish. Is he just going with a Garrote? No, it is a Garrote. Wait, cheat death? Isn't enough? Curdy is going to be able to recover right now. The dots are in onto Toxie. Does eat one more tentacle slap. Catches the restep for a second. Major go for a blind here. Sap! Oh, he's absolutely out of dots. Are you kidding me? Eyes are getting picked up. Curdy is trying to be very, very proactive. Toxie needs to get himself a good angle. I wouldn't chance a sap here. Oh, blind. Actually, a better choice. I feel like blind is probably better. Because even if he dots you, at least you can CC. Into the sap. Oh, okay. He has a Kingsbane. Maybe Garrote. Waiting out those eyes. Sippy Cup. One more Sippy Cup would help. He has a Trinket too. So for Curdy, he's going to go for a heal. Try to guess where Toxie may be, and Toxie is just super far away. Is he sending it down from H? No, he doesn't have H food on his team. Thunder's being able to fist it out more this season, like. What? Being able to fist it out? You mean with fist weapons? Yeah, you can basically run whatever mag you want. Being able to run fist weapons and you just go punching things. It's kind of sick, honestly. It's gonna be here, tricking immediately, but Toxie gets hit with a root, and it's gonna be vanished right after into a dots on Curdy. Curdy picked up a lot of health. Kingsbane is in play. Kingsbane may be enough here. Full kidney shot off of that cheap shot, actually. That's gonna be a lot of dot damage. Unfortunately, Toxic can't hang out long enough to build up the damage of the Kingsbane. Maybe he could do it with a couple of knife throws. Go behind the pillar, throw a knife. That will help build up the damage. He's just trying to be very, very careful with Cody's burst of his own. Being able to fist it out is insane. True. That is insane. I got my Mythic Peas and I'm an Energizer Buddy. A glad build won't give you an age alone. True. That is very true. Look at Curdy picking up a lot of healing. 42% dampening. He's actually able to get himself a little bit of recovery. Full burst, full everything. Toxic does have a Cloak of Shadows. It's going to send it super early. Still gets himself the Garrote Silence. Shrink it out for Curdy to get out of the sounds effect. Slapping those tentacles onto Toxic. Toxic, that is going to do a little bit of damage. Does have a cheap death, but I don't think he's going to be able to get any value out of it. Now for 4 minutes. Try to see if he can back up out of that. The dots and the procs and the pet. Oh! That pet does end up going in for a quick shove. Quick slapperoo. Who's up next? It is another rogue. Curdy, it is another rogue. The Shadow Priest is put up against rogues. His worst matchup. Holy. Oh my goodness. Boys, is gonna be a... What is it? Dark Pack for a second. Jake Holy Saya? No. Saya would be a Holy Saya in chat. He's not around tonight. I don't know what he's up to. Might be out at a bar. Possibly, potentially. Hanging out with the boys, drinking. You know what I mean. You know how EU boys do. Curdy tried to see if he could back up out of there. Silence on the Sperska. Unfortunately, Silence does absolutely nothing for rogues. You can send it, but it just literally does nothing. Not a single ability we have that's a spell. Maybe like a racial, I could see that being like, you know, maybe like a Void Elf racial. I don't know if that's treated as a silence. That could see that being silence, but I'm not even 100% on that. Gonna be in the Sperska. Get back in with a cheap shot. Unfortunately, Curdy, yeah. It is a sub rogue. Full burst, everything available. There's not much you can do. Radimus is last one left. Is going to be a trinket immediately for Nutbush gouge onto Radimus. I don't know if you're going for the kitten shot, something, anything. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of there. 30 seconds, and Nutbush might be able to come back in with a maybe might be able to come in with like a Shadow Blades, but he won't have a trinket. Maybe he can cloak. Haven't met an elite rogue that didn't cuss me out by a third round. An elite rogue? You mean like with the elite set? Yo, you know what? Rogue's elite set, I wouldn't be... Rogues have a reason to like be angry. Our elite set looks like banana set, dude. It's actual doo-doo. I'm not a fan of it at all. Especially, unfortunately, no pre-cloak. Does Radimus have enough damage? That is a Dawn Light. I think you're gonna have to immediate cloak. Cloak, vanish. He's gonna get back in there. Blades to try to see if he can end it. Can the rogue just push the damage? Lay on hands. The rogue spits in that lay on hands. He's just like, you know what? I'm going back in. I'm doing it. I feel like you gotta go in. I feel like you just gotta go in, get whatever damage you can. That is gonna be a Blessing of Saint. Actually, looks like the Sperska is gonna back up out of them. I was thinking that Sperska was just gonna pop evasion, blades, dance, and just keep trucking. Just keep striking him. He does have about a minute until he can really get out of the stun. So Radimus next lockdown for the Sperska is gonna be very deadly. At least he's got a little bit of health to work with, so maybe he'll be okay. Rogue Elite set should be Defiance remake. You know what? Even if the Rogue set just got a bit of a different color, instead of being a banana yellow, like we have the black and red set over in the Mythic Plus version, it looks sick. Or Mythic version. The PvP Elite set should have been like crimson red, like deep red. I guess they do have like wine crimson color schemes already for a couple of the colors, but it should have been like a dark red, like a horde red. You know what I mean? Really, I don't know. Maybe like charcoal and red. That would have been sick. Elite PvP rank. Ah, got it. It's going to be a full cheap shot. Blink protection, and Radimus catches him. The Sperska did recover a bit of health, and he does have a trinket now. You're just going to have to live through the, Vanish is going to help him live through a Blessing of Protection, just give him a little bit of survivability. Shadow Blade is available very, very soon. I don't know if he just goes in to try to see if he can take down Radimus. Sap around the corner, why he's still going to light leak on him is diabolical. Is he just going back in there again? The line instead. I think he's trying to see if he can maybe somehow bait a trinket out of Radimus. The Sperska technically stands a chance. If he does enough burst damage, maybe he does something here. First aid, bandages, barely keeping him alive with 66% dampening them. Eyes are getting picked up, so Radimus is going to see the approach from a mile away. This is where the Sperska needs to be very careful. Sap, get the opener. 5% more damage, maybe it'll give you the burst you're looking for. Radimus does not have a Shield of Vengeance. Actually, could be a bubble here. If you can burst him big time, Cloak of Shadows does go for the bubble. That's a good immune. Cannot be blinded. Does catch a Shadow Melt, so he gets a reset, but Radimus still sees him. I think takes to the eyes. Wake of Ashes is in play. I think the Sperska needs to go in for the kill. I think it just needs to go for the kill. It is going to be shield of vengeance, unfortunately, but I think it just need to go pop evasion, defensives, and just go win. Next up is going to be Dele. I think he's waiting now for the Blessing of Saint. Cheap shot. It is the yard still. It is very the yard. He's still just doing it. He's still trying to stay in there. Isn't enough evasion to follow. Does the Paladin come back? No, the Smashka just caught him. Cuts him down. Well done, well done. Dude, look at this. 2-2-2-2. Yeah. Normally rogues go down to a Paladin, but the Smashka played it out to the bitter end. Waiting for every cooldown. To be fair, I feel like if he didn't wait for cooldown, it would have been over. But he had to wait. Is it cheesy? Maybe. Is it cheap? Some people would say so. But yeah, he did win at least. When you use silence versus rogue or warrior, it's a micro, dude. I didn't mean to use it. All good, man. All good. Yeah. I'm just saying, I have noticed a lot of priests using silence on rogues. When I play, right? I see them like silence me, like as if it's gonna stop a lot of the damage I'm doing. With that, I think we'll call it there, boys. I think we'll call it. It is 4:27. I haven't eaten dinner. I haven't had lunch actually. So we'll just call it here. And I got a lot of work I gotta do this week. Yeah. We had a bunch of games. We did start out a little late, but we did push on a little bit longer than normal. Had a lot of fun either way. Thank you, Nasmoshka, Adaby, Pensala, as well as Johnny and everybody on that team as well for joining us tonight. I did enjoy it, man. I did enjoy it. Arena, GG's, boys, GG's. Yo, insane. Next week, I'll message you when I see you on BNI. How does that sound? We'll try to see if we can get you more games in. But yeah, I do start these like a little early. I can start 1 hour later if you wanna, but like a lot of the Russian homies, in that like Slavic region or whatever, wanted me to start an hour early, just as better for them time-wise. I'm about to play around like time zones, man. Когда русский стрим, ну и посмотрим. Может тогда, когда я стримлю с Каргаром, может. Потому что я думаю, Каргар, он с русскими говорит по-русски, все. Если Каргар хочет дуэль стрим на его канале, что ли, или коллаб какой-то, может, побольше, заборше, борше, может быть. Kraga the Warrior? Yeah, Kraga the Warrior. Yeah, they're asking what is a Russian stream. I'm like, yo, maybe if Kraga wants to do some collabs together, then I'll be down. That could work. Can I duel you, Dala? Yeah, I mean, on an A, if you play NA, you'll be able to duel me there. I don't have like a proper character on EU at all. But if you wanted to actually like duel me, yeah, on an A, man. I'm usually out more PvPing or in BGs, and if you want to just duel me, like, find me, wave at me. I'm usually pretty friendly. I try to be. You know? Somebody is gonna be scared. I was hoping you was gonna be scared. I mean, am I gonna lose? Probably, but like at the very least I can give you like a proper duel. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Nah. Said as freaking of a beat melee to 1-1. What do you think? It's not as easy, but I can. Yo, Curdy, I guess I need to revise it. It's pretty much almost nearly impossible for Shadow Priest to do well in 1v1. That being said, Curdy can beat him. Curdy can do stuff. Curdy, you're just another beast, man. Entirely. Maybe Pencil could also do really well as well. But no, it's tough, dude. Without a stun, it is like, holy, what is going on? You did really well, Curdy. I will give you that. You did extremely well. That being said, I do think Blizzard is screwing your class completely. It's not you, it's Blizzard and can't lose against Fortbeard. Yeah. Let's see, man. Let's see. I mean, if you want to join, if you want to duel, we could. Yeah. There's a good chance I might, man. Come prepared, you know what I mean? TY? No, seriously, dude, seriously. It's not easy. Like, the Blizzard really screwed your class. I don't understand why they took away stun. GG's, you guys have a good one. Have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go get work stuff done and get some food. Try to make sure I don't fall behind in my protein goals for the day. Did it yesterday. And didn't sleep well either. I definitely need to be doing better at that. Dude, I need to get sleep tonight. I might just call it an early night, honestly. I didn't really sleep much last night. I might just try to see if I can go to bed like 8 p.m. dude. It's 4:30. I'm just gonna get some stuff done, eat food, all that, and then go to bed super early, honestly. I just might, honestly. Dude, those are still suck. No, you're good, dude. You're good. Come back next week. Hey, this is just nothing. This is just a warm-up. Next week is the real games. You know what I mean? That's the mindset. Anytime I'm losing, I'm like, that was just a warm-up. Next game, I'm winning. Dude, that is how I pushed on through my solos to get the enchant this early in the season when like, what, 2200 is like the highest? I'm sure it went up a little bit. Inflation gotta come up for solos, dude. They gotta come up with inflation for solos. Like, BG Blitz is already inflated as all hell, but solo arenas gotta get inflated a little, man. We gotta pump that up a little. But yeah, every time I was queuing, I was like, okay, I just did a good setup. Okay, 3 losses, 3 wins or whatever, fine. I just did a good game. Positive vibes. That positive attitude is what just propelled me to the enchant. I was like, yeah, dude, I want the enchant. And yeah, finally back in the show finally. Yeah, man, next week. Next week, all of you. Alrighty, boys, you guys have a wonderful one. I'll see all of y'all tomorrow for NA duels if you want to join us, or if you just join for the duels on EU. I'll see you next week. But tomorrow is going to be duels on NA. We're going to do them a little late. We're also doing a stipulation, no paladins for NA duels at all. We'll see if we can get some teams. Hopefully we can, but we'll see. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, peace.
Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me. Come drift with me.